Don't get me started.
Don't get me started. Oh, shut your mouth. Yes, I don't know why I was so mute.
Touchdown!
Welcome in. I didn't know if we were saying touchdown or just signalling touchdown.
Yeah. I mean, I was mostly inspired to start with a touchdown in editing this week's classic DGMS.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because we did that, and then because we were trapped in a little box at the time, I don't know if you remember.
I don't remember.
We couldn't actually fit ourselves in the box properly because we were so cramped in there. We were like little cramped box people. So yeah, welcome in.
Do you know? It looks like I'm unprepared, Jeremy, because I'm still writing things down. It looks like we had all the time in the world to prepare for the.
And if you're out there thinking, "Boy, that Alex is unprepared," you would be right.
That is very true.
Absolutely,
that is
spot
very
on
true.
and correct.
Welcome in everybody to this, the 117th. Don't get me started. I'm Alex. This is Jeremy.
That is me.
Jez. You can call him whichever one you like.
Yeah, but mostly call me Jez.
Do you not like Jeremy? I call you Jeremy an awful lot.
You do. You're one of the few people that I kind of allow it, to be honest.
Oh, really?
It's not,
allow it?
it's not that I don't like it per se. It's just, I don't know. It's a more personal link for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really explain it.
J-Dog. Do
Like-
people ever call you that?
No, they don't know. Or one person did, but they're dead now. You call me Jeremy.
Yes.
Karis calls me Jeremy.
Nice.
My family call me Jeremy.
Yes.
And that's it, really. Everyone else calls me Jez.
Well, do you know what? I don't know. I like the long versions of people's names, basically. I'm just doing my kind of sleeve. Yeah, I like the long version of it, but sometimes I just say it, Jeremy, when we're doing this. You know,
Yes.
it's a kind of a means to talk.
Just because it's got more syllables and it flows better when you
right.
do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do say Cher, don't you?
Yeah. Yes, you do.
Or Cher. I can't quite do it in her amusing.
It's more
Welsh
like
accent.
Cher.
It is like Cher.
Like chair, but with a J instead of a ch. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you see, I could start calling you Cher, but that feels like a kind of a
Makes
pet
me feel a
name.
little bit dirty, actually. Yeah.
I might drop it in later, see how you feel. We
Or
got
share. Yes, share. Yeah.
Does he love me? It'll be like that, yeah.
Yeah, I just need to turn up the auto tune to 107,000, and then I can be Cher. Anyone can be Cher. You just need auto tune,
You know,
and that's it.
you know how I want to do, because I'm Alex Borton, and I was going to do Bortry. You could do Cher. So one night I'll just do a load of Daughtry songs, and you only do Cher songs. But you're Cher, and I'm Bortry.
Sounds like you've got the better end of this deal, to be honest with
Listen,
you.
I didn't
Because Daughtry is awesome, and Cher is Cher.
listen. There's nothing wrong with Cher, but I do get your point. I feel like that.
I don't think you can do both. I think it's one or the other. You
Wow.
either get my point that Cher is terrible.
Well, I get your point that you think that.
Right.
I understand how you feel. I can empathize. I just don't necessarily agree. What I will say is that these were the names we were given. I can't change your name. If there's any other suggestion for another pun-based name that Jeremy could do instead of Cher, then please feel free to drop it in the chat. But at any rate...
Please think of one. Save me from Cher. I fucking hate Cher. Do you remember? It must have been 1998 when she was number one for fucking ages, and I was a big Top of the Pops fan at the time.
Well, like many of us, in fact.
And so I would watch Top of the Pops, only to find that she was still number one. I'd be like, ugh, this bullshit again. And that was the case for
Was
it
it Believe?
a long
Do you
time.
believe in life after love?
Yeah, that one. Which is the most auto-tuned fucking thing. And it's been auto-tuned so much that you can hear the reverb of the auto-tune flanging away.
I mean,
it's awful.
I do quite like that sound. I think in some ways they lean into the effects, but I know the reason the effect is there. But listen, we'll cover it up by making out like we meant to do it. But anyway, welcome in everybody. We've got a full list of things that we wrote down, ending in Am I the Arsehole, and moving through a bunch of stuff that I don't even want to reveal. You know, I was saying we would do a rundown of this segment, this segment. I just want to keep them quiet. Not least the fact there's a thing written down on this board that just says thing. Because I didn't want to tell you what it was. But it's a callback to a controversial opinion from last week, and I thought we'd kind of put it to the test, but we'll get to that.
And it's something that we teased as a thing
Yes.
a long time ago and then forgot, because that's how I roll, at least.
Right.
And yeah.
But we
and
definitely...
another thing
Yes.
that was teased a long time ago.
Yes.
And then we forgot.
Yes.
So that's 2. And then another thing that we teased a long time ago. Didn't forget, but had to prepare for it.
That's true.
That's 3 things.
There's so many things, everybody.
For those of you that are keeping count.
There's lots of things, at least 3 things. Thing 1, thing 2, thing 3, am I the arsehole? All ready for you.
Plus some other stuff.
So many things. This is where we'd put a thing, if we had one. Oh, we got 3. That's nice. I like it. Very glad you're all here, joining us once more. Do you know something, Jeremy? And something I don't know if you noticed, was just how windy it's been.
Oh man, yes. Like, I feel like the weather would be like spring warmness now if it wasn't for the wind. The wind is relentless and it's fucking me off, quite frankly.
Yes, it's hard sometimes to sleep, especially when you're here at the top of Borton Towers. But I
had honest to God hail today. Yeah, we've had hail a few times this week.
Just like
stupid weather.
I need to be moving out of this, but you'll be pleased to know I didn't go on my own roof of Borton Towers during this windy season.
I'm glad to hear it. Yeah.
But however, there is footage of me helping out a neighbour with their roof. But you'll be pleased to know I didn't go on my own roof, basically.
Right. So is that what this button is here that you've sneaked in?
Yeah, I'll show you exactly what happened. I told you it's windy.
Classic British weather, yeah.
Yeah.
Very windy. Oh yeah, there you are.
There I am.
In your best Coach Kev attire.
And white trainers. I know normally I wouldn't. Alex not wearing red. Here I am. I'm just helping out a neighbour.
What was their problem exactly?
Well, they're very elderly, and they'd lost something on top of the roof.
They're sensible and don't want to go on their own fucking roof.
That's exactly
so
true.
But
it's not really that windy, Jeremy, if I can be honest. Oh no, there I go. So, but thankfully, I'm here tonight. Is all I can say, basically. Well, that's how windy it's been in Folkestone. Can you imagine if that happened off the top of Borton Towers?
Yeah, you would have been dead. Yeah,
I would have been dead.
Rather than whatever this is.
This is living. That's all I can say. I can tick that off.
Tick.
That's
a thing.
Tick.
That wasn't even one of the 3 things that we've teased. So
no,
that's a 4th thing.
No, I've got to put in this at some point.
Yes.
Yeah. I've come to assimilate you. The Borg is back again.
It's good to see the Borg.
Yeah. The Borg must be disappointed they're not currently the bad guys in yet another Picard season.
But it is a good season.
It is a good season.
It doesn't need the Borg.
Does not. This is what I've been saying. Fuck the Borg.
They don't really do that. They procreate by assimilation. I thought we covered this.
They
don't fuck. So you can't fuck the Borg. Sorry.
Can't fuck the Borg. If in the future, if the Borg, exist and they see this kind of primitive podcast technology stuff and they look at it, let me just be the one to say, fuck you, Borg. I'm just saying. Just saying. In the future. Boo. Is he saying boo or boo-org?
I was saying boo-org.
Fuck shed, Borg. Your shed will be added to our own consciousness. Good luck without the felt. Joke's on you, Borg.
That's a good callback.
Let's talk about some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do this is happening right now. I think we should go straight to this because didn't you say we had some stuff?
We do, yes, actually.
Or did you want to do something else?
No, we can do that. That works fine. So, last week, we did not do Get in the Sea because we talked too long about other shit, frankly.
Yes.
So we're going to do it now. There's some from last week, and there's the opportunity for you to put more things in the sea.
Yes.
It's going to be a bumper sea edition.
Double
Let's
C.
hit the fucking button. Won't you come with me? Gonna eat it in the sea. Won't you come with me? Gonna throw it in with glee. If you really, really hate it and you love to desecrate it, won't you come along with me and put it in the sea?
Boom. Actually, I think what happened there was actually, you don't see it in that shot of the video, but I do fly directly into the sea.
Yeah.
But I was lucky to jump out of it.
Should add that into the sting. Just
me. Just me going past. Yeah. Please help.
Yeah. A bit like, is it Kenny in the South Park like opening?
Oh, when he
flies through and hits the sign and makes the sign all wonky.
Yeah.
I'll do that, but with like a fuck shed store sign or something.
Oh yeah, or like the side of a shed, or
yeah.
A new alternative beginning to the show.
Yeah, I do have an idea for an alternative beginning, by the way.
Oh really? Oh really?
Yes.
Now, don't let me forget. After this, we'll talk about TikTok because there's a few things that came up. If I'm going to write it down, look.
Yeah. That's what pens are for.
I'm just sitting here writing down everything that I've written it down. So it looks like the symbol pi. Do you know what I mean? Because
you over tickered. Yeah. You combined your T and your I, ergo making pi. Well, it is Pi Day.
Is it?
Yes, it's 3/14.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant like it was a National Pie Day and we should all eat pie.
No, it's Pi Day, as in the maths pie, not the good pie.
Now.
Yeah, not like your pies you were talking about last week. The half meat, half apple, or whatever.
Yeah,
the clangers.
I can't help feeling that with a bit of effort, it is a clanger. Well,
Yeah.
remember, Jeremy, I can't help thinking that with a bit of effort, I could make my own clanger.
I don't even think that much effort, to be frank. I think it's actually less effort to make a clanger than it is any other type of pie, because you don't even have to be like regimented about what you put in there. It's like, yeah, that'll go in there.
That and that.
That'll do on that side.
Shove
Just
that.
fuck it in. There you go. And now you got whatever the fuck this is. Yeah. What would be your ultimate clanger? I know we're digressing, but I've got to know.
No.
Your ultimate clanger, the savoury and the sweet. What would be your combination? Because we didn't cover that. I don't think.
That's such a great question, Jeremy. I know the sweet for sure. I'm trying to think of what my ultimate savoury would be. I do love a Cornish pasty. We're going to move away from that. It's a bit too obvious. The ultimate one might be, I think it might be lasagna in one side.
A lasagna pie or a lasagna pasty. That sounds amazing.
No, right?
Just on its own. Fuck the other side. I don't care
I
anymore.
don't want to know about it.
Lasagna pasty. Done. Sign me up.
Oh my God. And on the second half is banoffee pie, because I bloody love banoffee pie. So it'd be half lasagna, half banoffee pie.
So would you go straight through, like one to other, or would you do the traditional go it down mine and have bit for lunch and bit for whatever not lunch later?
I would put it. I would make it like, I actually don't know what shape it's meant to be. I've drawn like a pasty shape, but I would keep it. I would like have it. I mean, you can't see that, so it doesn't make any difference. But I would have it half one and half the other, divided by a pastry wall.
The pasta inside the pastry. I think that's how it would have to be.
It would have to be like, listen, I haven't really thought this through. I was just answering Jeremy's question. I like too much salt. It turns out, Jeremy, that I have a bit of a health check and my cholesterol is a bit higher than it should be. So I shouldn't be making clangers at all, let alone eating them.
Well, if you're going to make ones like that, I'll eat it.
Okay.
You make it, I'll eat it.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. Like, I'm supposed to be eating a bit more healthy as well and trying to get back on the like losing weight train. But then Karis showed me this really easy to make like dessert thing.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen those the little like Kinder chocolates that are just little bars of chocolate that are like the Kinder Surprise, but they're in a little bar?
I do know them.
So you get those.
Yes.
And you get some puff pastry. And you literally put that and wrap it in the puff pastry and put it in the oven.
Oh my God. And it's amazing.
Doesn't it sound fucking incredible?
It does sound amazing.
I almost bought puff pastry today, but then I realised I don't know what the fuck I'm doing and I'd buy the wrong puff pastry, so I didn't. But I will. It's gonna happen. What even is puff pastry?
Hannah had toast with one side Nutella and one side peanut butter, and now that is clanger toast. Love it. Do you know, Bedford's good for something. Obviously, it's a complete shithole and no one should go there. And even if you do go there, they won't have a clanger for you. But at least we've taken the idea from Bedford and like basically taken it for our own and we'll make it better, is what I'm saying. But
as the best ideas go.
Do you know, when I was in Singapore, I was in the office and someone offered me like a Nutella biscuit. and I'd never seen this before, and it really resonated with me for my time in Singapore, because they were like these little biscuits, and you could actually ultimately just scrunch them, and all the Nutella would pull out because it's a Nutella-scented biscuit.
We've kind of got those. So like, I think they're called like Nutella Be Ready Bready or something, and it's just this really thin.
I should have bought some
kind of biscuity thing that's then filled with Nutella, but it's about that big.
I know the one you mean. They've now got so you go somewhere else and they've got this thing, and I'm like, oh my goodness, we don't have that here. We do have it here. They have it in. It's not here tonight, by the way, because it's got nuts in it, and I couldn't bring it home. But it's I thought, oh my god, these are amazing, absolutely amazing.
The Mamsanaki is from Bedfordshire. Yeah, but she left, didn't she?
So eat your words. Half of my words will be
savoury,
dessert,
and half of them will be sweet, and they'll be wrapped in pastry and then eaten thoroughly.
Yeah, I'll be like, Mamsanaki is a lovely person, but she can go fuck herself. See, that was a verbal clanger. Do you know how I did that? See how I did that? It was the sweet and the I don't know, the bitter. I don't know the fuck. Anyway,
this is Get in the Sea. Let's actually discuss some things to go in the sea.
Yes, Get in the Sea is a segment where we put things we dislike in the sea, and you can petition us to put things in the sea, or we'll put things in the sea for you, for ourselves.
Right. First suggestion from James31. Builders.
Now he's not here right now, right?
No, at least
he can't defend Builders.
Hasn't like presented himself as present. He
hasn't
checked the register and all that kind of stuff.
I think. Listen, he's not here this week, and I told him to go fuck himself last week, so maybe he has. And maybe I should feel bad.
Doesn't take that long.
No.
Surely he's fucked himself several times between then and now.
Maybe he's enjoying fucking himself so much that he hasn't come back. That does seem reasonable.
He's fucked himself into memory loss.
Into oblivion. Doesn't know what is going on anymore.
The time vortex opened. He fucked himself so hard.
Listen, if that was how fucking yourself worked, I would do it. You know? But he wants to put Builders in the sea. Probably because he had a bad time with Builders. But I find Builders... I mean, I've never had a builder have to build something for me. Have you ever had a build? I mean, I've had someone make a shower for me, and you've had someone make a door for you.
Yeah, I've also had not build something, but like repair. Like the wall, I guess, like damp proofing.
Yeah,
I don't even know what they do.
These are all kind of like tradesmen or workmen, but builders, like Bob the Builder. Does he have a beef with Bob the Builder?
Who doesn't have a beef with Bob the Builder? Frankly, that guy's prick. A cunt.
Like
his fucking stupid hat
and his little song.
Like, why? He's a builder. Why does he keep holding up a spanner?
Yeah, why is he fixing things?
Because he's a fucking spanner himself.
Bob the Builder, can you fix it?
For our American cousins.
Oh, yeah, that's true. No, he's a builder. He can't. He either builds or he fixes. These are two separate skills. So I don't understand. I think Bob the Builder is full of shit.
Can we fix it? Not sure. It requires more context. I'll check it out and provide you a quotation, valuation, and then get back to you in 6 weeks. That's the true Bob the Builder.
So far, it's not looking good for builders, but, I've never had someone build something for me. So I can't really...
If we put Builders in the sea, we're going to have to do it ourselves.
Oh, my God.
I'm not doing that.
I can't imagine it.
Yeah.
Like, I've never had an extension built.
Nope.
Onto the side of Borton Towers. And when you had that shed, you didn't get a builder come along to build the shed.
No, I did it myself.
No.
Well, my father-in-law did it and I watched. But I did it myself. It was some good watching I did.
You have Margaret. She does your building. Trained brickie. She did train as a brickie. It was not her main apprenticeship. She just picked it up along the way by just, one of the wings needed building. I wanted an extension. She felt she could do it on the cheap. She just watched YouTube and got it done. So it is true. But
what you could say is that she is the wind beneath your wing.
She is. She'll never know that she's my hero.
Because he's not going to tell her, let's be honest.
And she's not in tonight.
No. Complicate that ego. Nope.
In
the rain, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a bad back, couldn't do it. It's a good job he was there, really.
I don't think it's a good idea to put builders in the sea.
I don't either. Aren't they like unionized as well? Won't they like rise up?
Can you imagine
if we put them in the sea?
the union issues we would have if we put builders in the sea.
I can't. It's a lot of paperwork, frankly.
Oh my god!
I know you've embraced the paperwork this week.
I don't know
but,
why. Let's put that down.
But yeah, no, I don't think it's happening.
No, I think it's not happening. What's going on with this fucking wire? Okay, the builders are not going in the sea. Sorry.
Builders are safe.
Yeah.
From HBorts, monthly subscriptions for basic objects.
Basic objects.
Now, she's not here to fully explain the context of that, I don't think.
What do you think it means, like a basic object? Like a sphere? Or a cube? They're basic objects, aren't they?
That's a bit too mathsy for me, that joke.
A basic object like this remote control. It doesn't get much more basic. Everyone's got one.
I mean,
it's mouse.
Is it like meals, for example?
Basic objects.
Yeah. It was like doorbells that ask you to subscribe for record. Oh, yeah, because we were talking about I wanted a Ring doorbell, didn't we? And then everyone over the course of the week in Discord bombarded me with like, oh, they do this and then like send your information to Nazis and stuff. You can't have a doorbell.
You don't want that.
Fuck you.
No
doorbell for
definitely
you, Jez.
Wouldn't want that.
Yeah. Subscriptions for things that people should just own. Yeah, like
I was
doorbells.
being slightly facetious, but
were you?
Kind of just taking it at face value and seeing where it went.
It's totally unlike you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know what she means in a way because, like, for me and for people who shave in general, that was one of the first ones.
The Dollar Shave Club.
Yeah, and Cornerstone and Harry's, I think, although Harry's now have put themselves into Sainsbury's and stuff, which is great. But back then, they were like, oh, you can do Dollar Shave Club.
I had a toothbrush subscription once.
Right?
The company went under, though. Well, yeah. How often do you replace your toothbrush?
Exactly.
It's a shit subscription.
I know.
Do you need a new toothbrush? No, actually, I'm quite all right with the one I've got. It's only been a week. Oh.
It also encourages more consumption instead of taking care of your shit. Speaking of shit, there's obviously the Who Gives a Crap subscription, and they will send out toilet paper to you, which Duncan the Singer and Mrs. the Singer do, and various people do, although apparently that's meant to be quite good, and we should all do that, and the toilet paper's made out of bamboo, and I don't really understand it. But, because bamboo's quite a solid thing. Do you know, like a bamboo stick?
Yeah.
Would you wipe your ass with a bamboo stick?
I got chased by a kid with a piece of bamboo once. I wouldn't wipe my ass with it.
What, the kid?
Or the bamboo.
Or the bamboo stick.
But especially the kid. The little prick he was.
I feel there's more to this story, but when was
No, that is pretty much the entire story.
How old were you?
Like 9.
I thought you were going to say like...
And it was...
32.
Like a school friend's brother.
Chased you with a stick.
Yeah, he was a bit special, to be fair.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, just decided that he was going to attack me with a piece of bamboo.
The old bamboo.
Yeah. And so when the brother or nobody else really did anything about it, I just fucked off home because like, all right.
But like for me, when I wanted to, I thought, oh, this sounds interesting because like I did think to myself, sometimes I'll be shaving, and granted, I only shave like a little bit, although not at all in this case, but I'll shave the little bits of it in order to shape the beard. I don't need to shave every day in the way that other people do because I don't clean shave all the time. So I don't need it very often. So I thought, but this is good because then they'll send it to me and I won't have to go and get it. So you're kind of like working out the rhythm of everything and then you do that. And I get why you might want to do it, but then you end up...
And you fuck it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
like I used to do the like Amazon subscribe and save for various bits.
Yeah.
And the biggest culprit of, fucked up here was dishwasher cleaner.
Oh, okay.
Like a thing you put in your dishwasher every like month to just give it a rinse through and all that kind of thing, clean it all out. I forgot to use it, and so I had like 6 of them, and I forgot to cancel the subscription. So yeah,
I mean,
Christ, it's £1 a toilet roll. Yeah, fuck that.
Who the fuck has money for subscription bamboo toilet roll? Well, the singers, yeah.
I mean, people who give a fuck about the environment, I suppose.
It's a very environmenty thing.
I give a fuck about the environment, but maybe the environment shouldn't be so fucking expensive. How about that?
Someone at work has toilet roll subscription where each roll is individually wrapped and it's super premium because fuck the environment. They are long rolls, the Mamzanaki says, of flimsy disintegrating paper. I counter. It's interesting. Having used the Who Gives a Crap paper. Listen, I haven't sat and done a shit test on this. I've never sat down.
He doesn't shit at other people's houses, so it's not gonna. He's never gonna know.
Well,
unless he brings home some toilet roll from, like, steals some toilet roll from the singers and does a poo here.
To the shit testing room. Here's the thing.
Could you not segue out of that? Was that difficult for you?
No, I wanted to talk about it. I just think about how I want to say it. When we were away, when me and Captain Brilliant and his brother, Lieutenant Brilliant, went to Bristol.
It's
Bristol
not the next rank down, but okay.
The place we stayed, which was a campsite, had a little toilet block. Actually, it's just a hut, and in it they had that toilet paper, and obviously used it. And I thought, this is okay. And I've used Duncan the Singers as well, and thought, this is okay. But I don't know if it's better than just the stuff I buy from supermarket. I couldn't tell. I think, without comparing one to the other there and then, I kind of like the Who Gives a Crap toilet paper.
You'd have to do a blind arse test, wouldn't you?
Do you know, in order to do that, I'd have to get someone else to feed me the paper, and I don't want to do
while
that.
you're blindfolded.
Well, I'm blindfolded on the toilet.
Right. You do your business, and I'll be back to hand you some toilet roll. Okay, I'm done.
It could be done.
Open the fucking hell, Alex. All right, here's your first one.
But, like, how much is it for 9 rolls of just Andrex stuff? Like $6.50?
Yeah, something like that. I was going to say like a $5 or $6.
So, like, would you pay £9 for environmentally friendly ones?
No, I pay about £9 for a billion Cushal. Yeah, no.
Because is it a false economy to say, we're getting into this, like, it looks big, but it takes more to use if it's thin and crap. Do you know what I mean? So you end up...
Yeah, I don't find that that's the case for, like, Cushal. It goes fine, and it flushes fine, so, yeah. But,
so effectively, but to the Ring doorbell subscription, that seems bullshit. What are you getting for that? What do you get for
access to the video and the cloud where they store the video?
All that, could you not? I mean, I think what I would want to do. The point of that is that you're at work. Mm-hmm. Someone rings the doorbell,
and I get up out of my seat and go and answer the door because I work from home.
Work from home, but it's for those people who work somewhere else, and then someone rings the doorbell, and then on their phone, they can see who's doing that stuff, and it's greater security. But
yeah, I suppose you subscribe for the ability to remotely tell someone to get the fuck away from your door.
Yeah. Whereas
I just have to raise my voice.
Yeah.
So
I don't think the Ring doorbell thing is something I would ever want to have, and I'm a bit wary of it in terms of.
I like the idea of the camera and being able to, like, communicate when you're not at home. Like, if a delivery person comes, you're like, yeah, put it in the recycle bin or whatever. But
no recordings for free.
I'm certainly not going to fucking pay for it. Like, I pay for the actual doorbell. Why am I going to pay again?
I think what I want to do is just get my own camera that just permanently looked out the front. If I felt that I wanted to do that, I'd just, like, record my own shit.
And I could do that. I've got leftover, like, cameras from, like, baby watching.
Yeah.
So I could just put one of those outside, I guess.
Just like a dash cammy kind of thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people want to talk about this toilet thing.
They're really digging the toilet
26p for 100 sheets. And Aletha says, sheets are a bad measure. Not all sheets are equal in a big way. I just think it is a hard...
Oh, God. Karis has done the maths and says, who gives a sheet wins.
Who gives a crap is 23p for 100 sheets.
Whereas Velvet, which is one of the types that
Velvet is the Andrex, yeah, is 26p for 100 sheets.
Yeah, but Andrex is expensive. Look up Cushal. How much a sheet is that? Because
here's the thing.
I don't think so.
But you need more sheets.
Not if it's Velvet.
No, if it was Andrex, you wouldn't. I think you wouldn't.
If like,
I think that's a reasonable comparison.
Like Costco's toilet roll. Like, yeah,
that's the point.
Yeah, it gets wet and you put your finger through it and you put in your in your pooey bumhole.
That's the fear. 9p Costco toilet paper is going to be tracing paper from school style finger through pooey bumhole,
which is what the Borg said.
That's what they.
Did the Borg use toilet roll?
Yeah. Well,
they don't eat, so no.
That's true.
Cushal is 41p for 100 sheet. Well, fuck me then. Maybe we should try this Who Gives a Crap.
The thing is, you've got to have some sort of resistance.
Maybe we should reach out to Who Gives a Crap to sponsor us after all of this. Well, now that we've decided that they're cheaper than the leading luxury brands.
Costco's Cushelle. Cushelle is 41p for 100 sheets. That seems what?
Which is more.
That's more.
More than Who Gives a Crap, yeah.
£5 for 9. I hope if you're joining us here, we're analysing toilet paper, and I hope you're all happy. But here's 36p for 100 sheets for tubeless. Oh, I see. Right.
Why is the tubeless cheap? Oh, you get less. No, you
should get more.
Yeah.
They're tube.
Yeah.
Listen, it's hard to know here, but my feeling would be you can't go, as with many things, you don't want to skimp on things like black sacks, because if you get a really shitty black sack, taking it down to the bin, it might break on the way. So in a similar way, things like that, I count toilet rolls amongst them, probably shouldn't. You don't need to go to the most beautiful fucking gold-plated standard ever, but you don't want to go to a shitty standard. So I think something like Tesco's own version of Velvet or Andrex.
No, I've tried the Tesco's own version. It's not very good.
I think it's all right.
I have several Wagak.
Yeah, Who Gives a Crap?
Oh, okay. I fucking hate it.
You can have one when I get back for science.
Okay.
Mamsnaki brings them round to look nice in my loo. I love it. Well, listen, you don't have to use them, Tamsinaki, but for God's sake, if someone comes round and sees that rubbish there, I'll give you some Who Gives a Crap ones so we can keep the neighbourhood up, keep up with the Joneses.
Mum, it's actually Tasmanaki. Could you get it right?
I found... Listen, guys, we all need to do this. You cannot rely on us. I set it homework for you.
No, sponsorship. You can rely on us, and we will do the test.
Oh, yeah.
And we will tell you.
Well, if you sponsor us, we'll do it. What I suggest to you is all get one each of all these... get a
one
crap
sheet.
Get a crap one, get a good one, and get an amazing one, and see which one you like the best.
Imagine how cute the sheep would look. I can't, Karis. I haven't seen the toilet rolls. So
what?
We've got a sheep that stores our toilet roll in the bathroom.
I was thinking, what are you doing wiping your ass on a sheep?
And then you put the toilet rolls in, and that's the fluff, the bulk of the sheep.
I thought you were using a sheep in some way, and like that is.
I mean, that's the cheapest option,
the most luxury ever. Yeah. Think of the fluffiness of that.
Cleaning a sheep is a lot cheaper than buying toilet rolls, I think.
I've never used a bidet,
or a bidet for the non-French.
But if you were to sit on it and activate it, does it just like blast the shit away from your arse? Like, when you get a pressure washer on your patio to clean it up and you go...
I assume it does do that, yeah.
Do you need no wiping required?
The only experience I've ever had of a bidet is when my brother was in hospital... And there was
I'm not laughing at your brother. I
mean, he was very young and he's fine now, so you can laugh all you want.
Well, he's not that fine. I mean, I've met him. Just burning Ashley. He's a really nice guy. There
was a bidet in the toilet, and being that I was like probably about 13, I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I'd never heard of a bidet before, obviously,
or since.
Or since, yeah. And so I tried to work out what the fuck it was. Could not work out what the fuck it was. Like, I pushed the button and it just went like, psh, and it just looked like a school drinking fountain. And I'm like...
So you had a drink?
I did not, thankfully. And I was like, the fuck is this? Is it to, like, wet toilet roll so you can wipe your ass with it? Like, what the fuck is this? And so I promptly decided I wouldn't bother with it.
No.
Fucked off back to watch Space 1999 on BBC Two while I waited for my brother to recover.
Well, that was your only... I've never used it, and that's your only...
That's my only experience with a bidet.
Have you ever used one? That's what I want to know.
There was one in your dad's house in Wales. Not in the toilet that I used, there wasn't. Never saw one there.
I've got to say, Alex refused to find out in the men's room, but I went to the Lewin Atlas in Singapore, and I had a bidet for the first time and was shit scared, but I did indeed try it. Did you? When you said go in there, I went into the toilets and I had a look around, but I just had a piss and came out, and I didn't understand what you were sending me in to look at, basically. But so I didn't know that. I don't think I realized that, or I misunderstood. But fucking Atlas is the best bar I've ever been in. We used to have a bidet in Bedfordshire Bedfordshire. Listen, Tamsinaki, you must have used it then. You must be able to tell us.
Thoroughly offended by our burning of Bedfordshire, it seems. Yeah. Anyway, subscription services. Thanks, Harmstone. Yeah, I think they can go in the sea.
Listen, I have no dog in this fight. I really don't care. I think I don't care either way. Do you know what I mean? This is how I feel about it. So if you want to put it in the sea, stick it in the sea.
Yeah, I mean, we can always get it back out again if we want to be a hypocrite and subscribe to something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't subscribe to any of those things, so I'm fine with that. My conscience is clear.
Yeah, mine too. And now it will go into the deep blue, clear seas. Splash.
That's the B-Day water coming back up. Now, does anybody added anything else?
Just think we.
By the way,
another one from last week somewhere, but I can't find it. So never mind. Or maybe there was only 2 last week.
Maybe there was only 2.
Yeah.
Has anybody got anything they want?
There was one added this week. Aletha says,
Vegetable
crisps. Stop kidding yourself.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
They're
well made.
They're quite tasty. But crisps are crisps, right? I mean, they're still bad for you, right? No one's made a crisp that's good for you.
So,
is that the point we're saying?
Here's the thing.
Yes.
What makes a crisp
another thing?
A crisp. It's not defined by being made of potato, is it?
It's a philosophy. No.
So therefore, well,
you can get like popcorn crisps.
All crisps are vegetable crisps because potatoes are vegetables. So,
yes. And corn chips.
Corn's a vegetable too.
Yes.
So basically, all crisps are vegetable crisps.
But I think if I'm right in saying the ones she means are the ones like
that are just like dried beetroot.
Dried beetroot. Beetroot. Yes, beetroot and parsnip. They sound amazing. Let's get some.
They can bend. It's bullshit.
They can bend.
So they're not crisp then, are they?
By definition. The ones I've had, which are beetroot and parsnip ones, are still crisp. They still snap like crisps. They don't bend.
Are they just flavoured though, or are they actual?
It's my understanding. When I've played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, every now and again, someone will be like, listen, every week we come with a load of snacks. I can't be doing it anymore. Every week it's Doritos and dip and, kind of like ranch dressing and Haribo. This week I'm bringing something healthy, and that's when they bring along vegetable crisps.
There's always one cunt that tries to do that. Just fucking bring sea salt crisps and be
done with it. But so I have tried them, and I thought they were quite nice, but I don't think the bendy ones. I did clarify that potato crisps are exempt. Stop turning a carrot into a crisp. I mean, that's fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm happy to put them in the sea.
It certainly won't make them any more crisp.
But not as the term vegetable crisp, because they're not that.
Healthy crisps?
Dried vegetable snacks. They're basically vegetable jerky, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's basically what they are.
Like, stop calling themselves crisps. Choose your path. Pick a lane, is what she's saying. You can't call yourself crisps, you're not crisps. But does that mean that we should put them in the sea? Just like, are we saying they are improperly named? I mean, we can't change that.
No. I just feel sorry for the toddler parents. The kids' ones are a lifesaver. I don't remember those. I do remember Hannah having some kind of vegetable crisp thing.
The Tyrrell's ones are the ones I think I've had. They are nice. And they are crisp.
Tyrrell's crisps are nice in general, but they're a bit overpriced, I find.
Yeah.
Health maybe health? Maybe I should have the bamboo crisps instead. Apparently they're cheaper per crisp.
Per crisp. That's how we measure things. Per lowest unit. Do we put healthy crisps in the sea?
Yes. Yeah, healthy crisps.
Healthy crisps.
Because it's a misnomer.
Healthy crisps, open brackets, vegetables, disguised as crisps.
Yeah, in the sea.
Boom. They're in.
Got a bit wet then.
They're delicious. What more do you want? They want them to be it's the improper naming convention, I think, is really what's...
Yeah.
Give them raisins. Fuck raisins.
It's like the term vegan sausage roll.
Yeah.
Like, it's not, is it?
No.
It's not a sausage.
No.
It's just a vegan... It's just a vegetable roll. It's a plant roll.
Something to put in the sea, raisins.
Fuck off.
Now, you like raisins.
Love raisins.
That's the thing. But he's done that on purpose because he knows that's a Cool thing that we won't agree. I don't like raisins. I think they're nothingy, chewy bits of, looks like rat poo. Horrible kind of.
But you like wine, and there is no wine without raisins, so go fuck yourself.
I mean, they're not in their raisin state. They're in their grape squished state. I mean, they later become raisins. It's like, I like grapes, and I like what they become as wine. I don't like what they become as in raisin form.
Is that all dried meats?
Dried meats?
Dried
fruits?
Because I read the Borg comment then. All dried fruits, as in you don't like sultanas or currants or any of that?
No, I don't like any of those.
Yeah, you're a weirdo.
I don't know. But as a kid, they always got put in fruitcake, and I don't like fruitcake.
I love fruitcake.
I know you do. It's a really This is why, like, if I get a fruitcake, I
face.
gave you the fruitcake. We won a fruitcake.
Yes, and the game with the heaviest fruitcake ever. Like, yes.
I don't like them. It's just like in my head, I'm like, I just want to get. You're getting in the way of the cake.
Could you win a fruitcake again, please?
I'll do my best.
That would be wonderful.
Listen, I want to put raisins in the sea. They're going to float around the top. So,
I mean, it doesn't change the taste. In fact, adding a bit of salt to a raisin would probably make it a bit better.
Yeah, maybe. I shouldn't have too much.
You can't ruin a raisin. Raisins are magnificent.
Do a tiny small sploosh because they're only little.
It's a very heavy raisin, that one.
That
fucks me off. Why do vegans want products that resemble meat? Right? That's very much a stay in your lane kind of thing. It's like,
oh, yeah.
Do you want to eat vegetables or do you want to eat meat? Because if you want to eat meat, just eat meat. It's not difficult.
I totally agree.
Fucking hell, I was in Greg's earlier, and the difference between an actual sausage roll and a vegan sausage roll is stark, by which I mean the vegan ones are the colour of snow, and the proper ones are a delightful golden brown, which is half of what makes the pastry worth it. Yes, you can't brown a vegan pastry, because all of the things that brown it are not vegan, like milk or egg white that you would, put on the top to brown it. It doesn't do a thing. Here's what fucks me off, though.
Yes.
I go to Morrison's because I want a sausage roll from Morrison's or, a meat pie.
Now so do I.
But for whatever reason, Morrison's, or at least the one in Folkestone, have started predominantly doing vegan products and skimping on the meat products.
Weird.
And so it's like 3 shelves of vegan sausage rolls and pies, and then they're sold out of the real ones underneath.
Maybe their demand is showing them that people want that now. The people have spoken.
Well, they clearly don't, because they're still there.
Well,
if people wanted them, they'd be bought and they wouldn't be there.
I see what you're saying, in which case their demand plan doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about.
That is it, yes. Their demand planning is terrible.
It's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible, bad stuff. Well, listen, we've put a lot of stuff in the sea. Is there anything left to be put in the sea?
I don't think so.
Morrison's is a bad supermarket. Controversial opinion.
That is a controversial opinion, and I thoroughly disagree.
I disagree.
I love Morrison's.
I never knew anything about Morrison's. We didn't have one near us.
I didn't have one growing up either.
Until they opened the one that we know in our town where we live.
The one that burnt down.
The one that burnt down. But it rose again from the ashes, Jeremy.
Mostly.
Yes. And even when it had that temporary Morrison's, it was really good. But what I've discovered, and I didn't really know, I was thinking this back when Freddie Flintoff was advertising and stuff like that, and it was a real kind of making it kind of like an everyman kind of thing. You know Freddie Flintoff, he's a cricketer.
I am aware of the Flintoff, yes. Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'll do. Let's get yourself a pasty and all this sort of shit. I think he comes from Wales anyway. But
that sounded like India, so
he just has this. I think Morrison paints itself as a kind of like good food, good wholesome fucking food, cheap, shove it in your gob type stuff.
Yeah, it's very traditional, isn't it? Because the
J.M.
Morrison was a butcher, so it's all based from. It started from a butcher and then went off to
a baker and a candlestick maker. But whenever I go along there, I think, yeah, do you know what? I do want a pasty. I do want a thing. They do a banoffee waffle, which I, of course, called the banoffle. And I was like, oh my God, now just every time we're in there, I'm like, I'm going to be good. It's time to be good. I'm on my way to Dungeons and Dragons. I've got my vegetable crisps. I'm ready to go. It was me, Austin. But, a banoffle. I better have one of those. And, a cherry pie. Well, you know.
The fucking donuts. Morrison's donuts are
Yeah.
incredible, and I think they've gone up a little bit now. But it was 5 for 50p.
Yeah, and then you get in there later.
It's no wonder I'm fucking fat. Yeah, and you go in there. It's like if you go in there like after 4 o'clock, they're reduced down to 20p.
20p for 5.
It's like that's like what's that? 4p a donut or
And
something?
they say there's a cost of living crisis. There isn't.
No, that doesn't happen anymore, unfortunately.
No.
But yeah, and so Dr. Fruitbat is right. Morrison's do a cracking salad bar.
Oh yeah, it's a great salad bar.
Not as good as it used to be, but it's still pretty damn good.
I go there most days actually when I'm at work. The chicken and stuffing sandwich is bad. Yes, it is because it's really bad. And now they're selling trick food according to Jeremy. Well, there's that. I think on the face of things, when all things are considered, in the final resolution at the end of the day, and any other kind of like phrases such as that, Morrison's is
when
good.
push comes to shove.
When push comes to shove. I love it. When push comes to shove. When it's all said and done, Morrison's is excellent.
Once all the counting has been completed.
Yes.
When the day is over, when all the chickens have been counted.
At the end of the day, I love stupid shit like this, One of my favourite phrases, oh no, I've forgotten it. Well, maybe we'll come back to that later.
What's the end of that?
That was the face. I had it in my brain, it just went out of my brain. But anyway.
When they have no peppers for over a week. No one does, Aletha. That's fucking Brexit.
It's a pepper crisis.
Yeah, it's just fruit. That's just fruit. Right, yeah. C, done. So
we've done it.
Yeah. I mean, being as we've talked about vegetables a lot, there's really only one way to segue out of that.
Yes!
Won't you come with me? We can eat it with some beans. Come and bean with me. We can spoon it in with glee. Well, I don't care if you hate it. Just come on and fucking plate it. Won't you come along and bean and beanie bean, bean, bean. Beans. Okay.
Yes.
It's time for a thing.
Oh, I love a thing.
We've teased a thing. Now it's time for a thing. You may recall a few weeks ago.
I do.
We had a controversial opinion segment in which we talked about ketchup.
Oh, yes.
And the question of whether ketchup should be stored in the fridge or not.
And it's funny, Jeremy, because I was looking at controversial opinion suggestions today, again, on the internet. And amongst all the bullshit, and I don't know who's writing them because they're full of shit, one of them is ketchup should be fridge cold. And so it's basically suggesting the same thing. Ketchup should always be fridge cold. That's the temperature ketchup should be. Jeremy does not agree. I don't agree either.
So much that I'm like punching
bashing the mic.
Fucking microphone. So anyway, on the back of that,
yes,
when we decided thoroughly that ketchup should not be in the fridge, we vowed to check your fucking fridges, you people out there,
yes,
and see whether the ketchup was kept in the fridge or not.
Oh yeah.
And we asked for your fridges so that we could check up on you.
Yes.
And
have we got one then?
We have got a fridge.
Oh,
yes,
amazing.
Yes. And in true through the keyhole style, I'm going to play it first of all without the sound, and we'll try and work out whose fridge it is, and then we'll play it with commentary the second time around.
How are you going to
do this? So here is the fridge in picture form. First of all,
look at that. Is that door all the way open, or is it two?
I think it's two photos.
Oh, I was going to say.
But,
think of the hinge on that.
My door can do that.
All right, don't show.
But my fridge is broken, so.
In the garden or something. Wow.
Yeah. So I will know off the bat that this person has failed. Their ketchup is in the fridge. However,
I can't see it so well because, of course, I got that. Where's the ketchup?
The ketchup is directly behind the tripod for you.
Okay, hold on.
It's on the second shelf of the inside of the door. There's not much ketchup left. You'd be forgiven for not noticing it, but I think there is some other kind of sauce next to it as well.
I see it in the middle shelf.
Yeah, on the left.
On the left. So it goes mayonnaise and then 2 bottles, or I don't know if it's mayonnaise. It could be pickled eggs for all I fucking know.
It's the red bottle.
It's the red bottle.
Yeah. There is ketchup in the fridge, so already they failed. We'll also note.
Looks like brown sauce next to it.
There's a lot of fucking vegetables in this fridge.
That's a lot of vegetables.
So yeah.
Can we can't zoom in on that.
No, but we can play the video, and then.
Does people not guess whose fridge it is, or because
well, they will as we go. But so I'm going to play the video. Here we go. And as I said, there's no sound. First of all, We can try and
I
work
see
it
the
out.
video without sound. Oh, look at that. There's us.
Yeah. This person watches DGMS. That'll narrow
I
it down.
love it.
That'll narrow it down to our
Is that Belvoir?
6,000 followers.
Belvoir Fizz.
There it is. So there's the ketchup.
Cranberry
fucking
sauce.
Ketchup.
Oh, pickle.
Jam in the
Oh,
fridge.
it was
That's
onions.
fair
It was
enough.
onions.
I don't know what the brown sauce was.
Sharwood's.
Mango chutney in the fridge. No.
Some mayonnaise.
No.
Prosecco in the fridge.
That's where that goes, I'd
I
expect.
like it.
Yeah.
Prosecco's a good choice. They zoomed in on that. Undrunk.
Well,
But it's definitely not Kirsty's house. I don't think that sort of thing would ever exist.
Milson Weiss. Welcome in, Milson Weiss.
Hello, wine drinking people who look like kindergarten buddies. We were never at kindergarten
not.
together, I'm
No.
afraid, Milson Weiss.
No.
But welcome in. We're looking inside someone's fridge right now, but you're welcome
What
to
the
join
fuck
us.
is that? Is that fruit?
Is that? Yeah, that's fruit. Fruit,
Okay.
and that looks
and
like
that's
a
just
chili. A
lazy.
A couscous.
Buy a
Cumberland pork
vegetable.
sausages.
Buy a vegetable and cut it up. Don't be lazy.
That is Tamzanaki. There's no milk. Does she not like milk? Request for a review. Apples, cucumber.
Celery. Celery's the devil. Yeah, I don't approve of this fridge, Alex. It has to be said.
I'm not a. What's that at the top? Is that feta? Oh, halloumi.
I mean, there
Halloumi.
are better cheeses, but
Oh, I love halloumi.
I mean,
Sausages on the bottom shelf.
sausage is not
Oh,
on the bottom
not the
shelf.
bottom shelf.
It is sealed in a box,
It's in
though,
sealed
so
in a
that's
box.
reasonable.
Peppers must be an old
Yeah.
video. I kind of definitely want to see that again.
Do you? Yeah. Well, let's place our bets first, and then I will play it with the sound, with the commentary.
I
of
don't
the
want to
person
join
whose
in.
fridge it is.
I think that everyone here should vote who it is. I'm
Okay.
trying to identify various bits, and it's quite hard for me to do, obviously. But it seems like there's some sexy Belvoir Fizz in there, some mayonnaise, some mango chutney, some sauce, some water,
Next time,
cranberry.
I'm going to make it smaller and more behind the tripod so that he keeps doing this.
I know it's hard to do, isn't it?
Thing that he does.
Loads of fruit and veg.
Mm.
I think this is a well-rounded fridge, frankly.
There's not enough meat in there. There's no milk in there.
No milk, no.
There's
no.
too much ketchup in there. There are too many vegetables in there. What else do we need in there? There's no ham. We need some ham.
Oh yeah.
You need some
We just need some meat,
some cooked chicken, some bacon. What else do we need?
avocado.
I approve of there being alcohol in there, but there could be a more diverse choice of alcohol.
The rest of our alcohol doesn't need to be fridged.
You've just got celebration alcohol there, really, haven't you?
Well, her red wine won't go in there, and neither will any of her spirits.
That is true. Yeah.
So to that end, the only things that will be
Cider.
kept in there, like cider or beer, and she's if it is Tamsin,
Which is the suggestion. Yeah.
Who's-
Okay.
okay. Are you going to play it?
I am. Yeah. Where's the there? Right. Okay, I'll play it again. I'll try and get to the volume pretty quick.
Who eats from a fridge like this?
Notice the poop sticker as well from your
Oh, yeah.
stand up. It's nice.
Well, they're clearly highly intelligent because they keep all their jams, their chutneys, their pickles, their preserves, and other condiments in the fridge
you were
where they
finding some other
belong.
condiments.
Very good.
Jam needs to be in the
We
fridge. It's got
know
sugar
they
in it.
probably don't like fizzy shears because that bottle looks like it's been there for at least
I'm going
a
to
year and a
Tamsin's house now.
half. Is it
What,
still
to eat all her
okay? It's
vegetables?
probably
To drink the
still okay.
prosecco she doesn't want.
I
I was
think
trying to see
this
what is that at the back
Fanta
behind
might
the
be a
Fanta?
red herring. I get the impression that this
In the
person
cans
doesn't really
there.
like Fanta, but perhaps they have
Looks
a
like
niece who does.
Is that a cider?
No, I'm
Perhaps
trying
they
to.
don't bother with the proper coffee themselves
Sure.
either, but at least they can cater to visitors who do.
Petition for Tamsin to narrate all of these.
Certain members of the audience
Permission
may
granted.
be pleased to note
Oh, there's some
that the
cheddar there. I
sausages, while
missed the
not
cheddar
kept on the
first
bottom
time.
shelf,
Ginger beer.
are in an airtight container
Ginger beer.
so that they don't drip any nasty, foul, ghoulish
any nasty
juices or
stuff. Who
blood
gives a
onto
fuck?
anything else in the fridge.
I mean, literally everyone but you, apparently.
It's
Plenty
just
of
me.
vegetables, so it's not Harmstone's fridge. No milk at all. But
The expiry
there
on
is
those
yogurt
vegetables
and
shows how long we've
the
procrastinated
happiest
on this.
cheese in the
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
It expired in early February.
Hello, me. Hello, you.
I said the same thing.
Bye-bye.
2 different types of butter as well.
Like, I don't think.
One for baking, one for spreading. I don't know.
I think a lot of people thought that was going to be Tamsin, and they were correct. The only joke here is Harmstone's vitamin levels. Vitamin levels.
Only one butter. What's that on the top then? Is one a lard? You're not a lard buyer, are you, Tamsin?
Lard.
You're not northern. Only northerners buy lard. Ew, I'll take that as a no. There you go. Any final thoughts about this fridge?
I think it is well-rounded, and but I think it needs more meat.
Does need more meat and less fucking ketchup in the fridge. Like, failed at the first hurdle.
Well, I don't have one. I think that was excellent. Thank you very much for Tamsin for sharing her fridge. So good, so good, so good. Maybe we can put that up on Discord so that everyone can watch it at their,
I'm sure we can.
at their leisure without us kind of commenting on it. But
I'm sure the owner of the fridge could do that themselves
They could.
before we've even finished.
Before we've even
broadcasting
finished,
this
yeah.
episode.
It was amazing. With any luck, I will be able to source another one, maybe for next week. But if you want your fridge to be in the unnamed fridge segment, ketchup or netchup, whatever we're going to fucking call it, then send it to us. Send it to us on Discord.
Yes, or email to our email address, which I believe is dgmslive@outlook.com.
Yeah. Or you can go into the
Try to
Discord. I mean, if someone puts in the exclamation mark Discord, or is it also part of the socials Discord?
I
It's a
don't think so,
yeah.
but
At any rate,
just hit all the things. Just follow us everywhere. Message us everywhere. Blah blah blah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I love that.
Okay.
What were you thinking?
The streamer bot hasn't bothered to connect itself to Twitch, so it's
It hasn't done its thing.
so it's not doing those things.
Man, it's always a thing.
Hasn't been giving us notifications either. What is it doing? What a prick. Anyway, where do you want to go now?
Well, I wanted just to, while I was thinking about it, the TikTok thing.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, someone else has commented on the video. Let's make sure that's all turned out. What somebody said. So we put up. Oh shit, that's jumped up.
Brand new TikTok today, folks.
Yeah, brand new TikTok.
As always.
You should check it out. It's the one where we talk about terms for getting drunk, and we said, "What do you?" It's when Andy from Texas, Freshcope, asked the question, "What do we call getting real drunk?" So it's that video where we discuss, and you yourselves add in suggestions for what we call getting real drunk. And someone wrote, someone said, America, double fisting. Scotland, Tuesday afternoon. Which I thought was good. And,
Wait, in either context.
right? She says, we say Mogart. Look, I'll show you.
Mogart.
Mogart.
Is
It
that
looks...
a yogurt that's cat flavoured?
Mogart. That's good. I like that. That's good. It's written like Bogart, like Humphrey Bogart, but with an M. I don't know. I did ask, trying to find out how do you say that, but yeah. Someone else has said arse over tit. But
that's falling over.
That's
though.
falling over.
That's the result of being drunk.
Right. That's what I was going to say. You don't get arse over tit by drinking. You fall over arse over. You fall arse over tit.
The drinking isn't the problem.
No.
It's the standing up afterwards that causes that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pure mortal.
Pure mortal.
Mortal, mate.
Yeah.
I don't know if the person is from Newcastle.
I was going to say, but yes, the Geordies do say mortal for
Mortal.
being drunk. Yeah, yeah.
But it does say pure mortal.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do it in my own.
Pure mortal.
Pure mortal, mate. Ganning up the street, lad. And all other things. So, plastered. I don't think we said plastered.
We didn't say plastered. That's a pretty
Plastered.
standard one in this country.
Mogget.
Yeah.
I'm getting well mogget. I said, would you say I'm going to get proper mogget tonight? No response as yet. But bladdered.
Bladdered's another one. Yeah, yeah. These are kind of older ones that we don't use
Getting
very
bladdered,
much
getting
anymore.
plastered.
Yeah.
But I just thought I'd bring that up because I've never heard mogget. Mogget? Mogget doesn't sound real, but yeah. So I just thought I'd bring that up. That wasn't really a thing, just a demi thing. But I just thought I'd say it anyway.
A demi thing.
Yeah.
Don't think I've ever heard the prefix demi used in that context before.
Like,
I
yeah.
dig it.
Yeah. Right, let me borrow this because I want to ask a question. I forgot what the question is exactly. But I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at this, is this... it's going to explain itself, but is this not Anna Torv?
Is this not Anna Torv? I can confirm.
Is this not Anna Torv?
That is not Anna Torv. That is Anna Faris.
Ah.
It's not Anna Torv.
That doesn't help us at all, does it? Yeah.
No. Maybe one day we'll find out who is not Anna Torv.
Do you want to give any more context than that?
I
feel you want to say no.
I do want to say no because it's funnier, but basically the quest continues to find out who is the person that I always mix up with Anna Torv, but it isn't Anna Torv.
Yes.
Problem is I can't remember who it is, and so people keep trying to present not Anna Torvs to me.
Like that one.
But that, like most of them, is not Anna Torv.
That's not Anna Torv. Now, Anna Torv is... I've only seen a couple of episodes of The Last of Us, but she's in The Last of Us.
Yes, that is Anna Torv.
That is Anna Torv.
That's not even the person that I think is Anna Torv.
Even if you've just watched the first episode, which is largely all I've watched, but like she is like Joel's friend in it. Basically, she's the woman in that. So,
well, if you've played the video games, you know that something will happen anyway. So.
You see how I'm trying to be like, but yes, that's Anna Torv. But
that is Anna Torv. She's in The Last of Us. Ding.
Well, maybe we'll find out.
She's also in Fringe.
Oh yeah, she's in Fringe
and something else.
Many things. Right. Now you have the power and you can decide. Oh, yeah, I've taken everything away.
Where we want to go. Is it perhaps time to do this?
Why not?
Yeah. Okay. So, in its new location of wherever the fuck we want it to be, is the segment we like to call This Is Happening.
In a world filled with haps and naps, two men have risen above to bring you This Is Happening.
So many wonderful things have happened during the week, probably to you, also to us. And you can use, or have used, or might use, the channel point redemptions in order to pick things that are hap or nap. Hap are good things and naps are bad things.
Yes. Right, so let's get to this week's because I've gone so far into last week, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Hat from Harmstone. Carpets are in the new house now.
We did not have carpets before. Or maybe he just wants to redo them.
It's a new house.
Oh.
Like a shiny, brand new, from scratch house.
Oh, I see. So they're building it currently.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, but carpets in must mean it's nearly ready for him to get in there and ruin it, I suppose.
That is a good thing. That is a good thing.
Yeah.
Or for us to ruin it when we go round.
Yes, and piss on his floor.
I've been at parties where that happens. Yes.
Is that not what you meant?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, Dr. Fruitbat smashed the Crystal Maze experience. They were very proud to point out which games were 90s TV originals and had Korean barbecue to celebrate, where we got to cook everything on a hot plate. And a hot plate. On a hot plate built into the table. That sounds amazing.
Korean barbecue's great anyway, but then if you add in the I don't know what the Koreans call it, but the yakiniku, cooking your meat at your table, as the Japanese call it. Nice stuff.
I did the Crystal Maze experience as well, the one in London. I think there might be one in Manchester. There might be more, but I know there's one in London because I did it. And we were successful at it. And I got 2 games, and one of them I failed at, and one of them I succeeded at. And I had to say, it was very kind of them to give me one. I don't think I could have failed too badly. The second one I got was one where I had to like find the treasure, and I had to work out the clues, and they were not hard, but not like super, super easy. But I got the idea of like drawing a line, getting the idea, and then going, okay, so the X marks the spot. Dig with the shovel, Aztec Zone style. Find the little box, get the crystal. But there is such a thrill of opening up, get the crystal, knocking on the door, being let out, and announcing you've got a crystal, and everyone cheer. It's like I'm on the show. So
I was never a fan of the crystal maze.
Oh,
I
wow.
was more a Krypton Factor guy. Love the Krypton Factor.
Wait, hang on. I can't remember the tune to the Krypton Factor. It was a bit like that though. I did like the Krypton Factor too.
The Krypton Factor did have a great tune. I can't remember either.
But it was a bit kind of like intense and stuff.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing where they do the kind of the one with the slide, the adventure thing where they're all running along.
The best one. Yeah.
The best bit, yeah.
Absolutely.
Krypton Factor is good. Yeah. We were, as kids, we were well, I was especially well into the Crystal Maze, so yeah.
And then when I was a kid, it was that kind of thing was replaced by Gladiators, really.
Oh, yeah.
And I would very often like do, what was the last bit called in Gladiators?
Like
was it the Eliminator?
Yeah, because there's a
the last
travelator
stage?
on it, but I don't know what the name of the whole.
I think the last stage is called the Eliminator, and I would like dismantle my bed and put the mattress in places, and my parents would be really upset with me. But I'd use it to like go under and over stuff, and like then like climb things and swing, and yeah, it was called the Eliminator. Good job, brain.
But yeah, good work
Big
on
clap
all
for
of those things. Fruit Bat sounds like you had. Sorry, Dr. Fruit Bat. He didn't go through.
Didn't go through 7 years of a PhD to be called fucking Fruit Bat, did
right?
he? No,
He's not just Mr. Fruit Bat.
He used his proper title.
Nap. Wait.
Yep, you're right. Where the mouse is.
Yeah, my colleague didn't get a promotion. Oh, that is Nap. But I mean, it wasn't you, thank goodness. So there you go.
No.
Hap, I got to ogle some really beautiful spreadsheets this week. Drool. You know,
Who am I married to?
Something wrong with your wife.
Yeah.
She's such a weirdo.
Yeah. I mean, she did marry me, so fair enough.
Yeah. Hap.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah, Hap for me.
Yeah. Got to ogle some really beautiful spreadsheets.
I think that
got
the
to
wider...
index match the shit out of them.
I think the wider context of the colleague didn't get a promotion is they're still going to be around.
Oh.
If they'd have been promoted, they'd have been the fuck out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Get the fuck out.
Indecisive Elf, welcome in. How was your stream tonight? I saw you streaming earlier. I had a very bad donut. Oh my God. What was bad about it?
It's quite difficult to do a bad... Well, it's quite difficult to make a bad donut.
Yeah.
But then if you leave it, they go stale very quickly.
Was that what it was bad?
Was it stale?
It was less than £1, so I got what I paid for. Well, shit. South Africa is worse than I thought. No Morrison's. That's true. That's true.
It is a British brand.
Did I miss exactly why it was bad?
If you did, I did too. So
I had a very bad donut.
There it is, and there's no further context. So
bad donut. Bad donut is what I need. Whoa, shake it up.
But what Harmstone's commented is Hap Gladiators is coming back. As long as they actually do it like it was, rather than that shit 2010 remake that they did, where they tried to make it all dark and shit.
Oh, really? I never watched that.
They filmed it in a tiny arena, and it was like there were no lights, and it was crap. It was just terrible.
Huh.
Dadiators. You damn right.
Dadiators. They should do one called Dadiators, and it's just dads who have no ability.
No athleticism whatsoever.
That's right.
Like a beer belly is mandatory.
Yes.
Like if you haven't got a beer belly of like 38 inches minimum, you're not allowed in.
Yeah, that's right. So you're just a dad, and you just kind of like a regular person. You don't go to the gym, you don't work out. You're just a guy doing his best to be a dad, and you have to do things like running, and you have to drive and pick up the kids and stuff like that. And they won't get out of the house on time, or you have to get the shoes on, and all those sort of things.
Like changing nappies.
Yeah,
like changing nappies to the theme of like the Eliminator. It'd be really intense.
Yeah.
Down, doon, 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 boom,
that would be good. I think that would be great. And then like
Done.
Exactly
Stop the
like
thing.
that. And then you hit the button. You know, it's like, I think...
No, you got to swing. You got to swing. You got to push the buggy through the paper. Push the buggy through the paper.
I think at the same time, it's like you have things like having to get some quality time where the kids aren't bothering you. You have to fight. They'll keep bothering you and come up to you and saying stuff, and you have to
like
find ways.
Hide and seek.
Yeah.
They should do like the cotton swab one whilst holding a small child. Oh yeah, by cotton swab man, she means the big pugil
stick,
stick thing, while holding a small child. Yeah, but then it'll become like there's a challenge on Survivor where they've got like a statue on a pedestal that you hold, and you have to try and knock the other person's off while not getting yours. So you kind of hold it behind you, and you just kind of knock the other ones off. It's a bit like that, but you'd be holding your child there while you try and hit people with a stick.
I think it would be
good, actually.
Be wicked to do Dadiator.
Dadiator.
I said something about stale donuts, and apparently that conflicts with moderation settings. I wonder what that was. Okay, stale donuts. It's no good. But even stale, I think I'd probably be okay with it. I don't really care about that.
Depends how stale.
Oh yeah, I mean if it's like donk donk donk.
Yeah. Next day, fine. Day after that.
Twits do just be weird. That's true.
They do.
They do be weird. Dadiator.
What segment are we in? This is happening.
Have we run out of this? Have we got to the top of this?
We have got to the top of this is happening. What's hap or nap for you this week?
I haven't got really much, but for board game fanatics,
board games exist.
They do. You can buy them. They're great.
There you go.
I played a few scenarios of Frosthaven with my buddies at the weekend. We had the whole of Saturday basically just eating pizza and sausage rolls and drinking Pepsi Max and playing Frosthaven. And I can confirm Frosthaven...
Sounds great even without Frosthaven, to be fair.
Frosthaven is excellent. And it's just like Gloomhaven, which is also excellent. Why break... if it ain't broke, don't fix it, If
it ain't broke, put it in the freezer. Frosthaven.
Turn it up. Yeah.
No,
Frosthaven.
Down, so it gets colder.
Oh, it's not turning the cold up.
That
doesn't make any sense.
I mean, in the fridge, I suppose it does. Higher the number in the fridge, the colder it is. So I will accept.
That's what I'm thinking. Yes. Donuts have taken over the stream as well. They have. As well, they should. Really.
The donuts have been in charge of the stream since day one. Really.
So yeah, I don't think I've really got anything particularly nap at the moment. I'm pretty happy with the way things are going, as it were. But yeah, played big time board game at the weekend, and it's all good. Saw my brother last night as well. Stephen's down. And neither my nephew or my niece are in to take that information on board, but it was a lot of fun explaining to my brother Stephen about what Hannah's therapy fund is and everything like that. Just explaining him how the stream works a little bit. So I've had a great time playing board games with my brother. What about you? Have you had any?
Yeah, I've
big time haps.
Don't have any big time haps or naps either. That I have a date that they are fixing the door. They're taking the writing out of the door.
Oh, they're going to take the X2. I see. They're going. Yeah. When you said I have a date, I'm like, oh, check you out. I wonder who the lucky. Hang on a minute, he's married. And it just like, I was like, oh, check that. Oh,
shit! Outed myself on live broadcast.
I've got a date because I'm sick of my wife ogling spreadsheets.
I just want her to look at me the same way she looks at fucking Microsoft Excel.
Yeah. Find someone that looks at you. They look at a VLOOKUP. Hey, Tom. Yeah, so I saw your dad, my brother. Same guy. It's the same person. He was on a train. I never really got to the bottom of this, but for some reason Stephen went on a train.
I'm on a train, motherfucker.
He would never say that. No. I'd love it if he did, though. He went to a train thing, and he drove the train, I think. And then it just got a load of soot in his hair. My brother's got very white hair. So it's like it dyed his hair back to black.
You're going to need to find out more information because I want to drive a train.
Yeah. I think it might be in the Little Light Railway because I don't think of them.
To drive the light railway?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, your family are members, aren't they? I remember that coming up before. After I went last summer or the summer.
Yeah,
before.
So maybe, I don't know what it was, but I think he came down for something. I'll have to, I never got to.
There you go. He's been learning to drive the Hythe Railway.
He's been learning to drive the Hythe Railway. Yeah. I don't know how one goes about doing that, but he's doing it. He did it. Yeah, crazy.
It's pretty badass, man, I've got to say.
No one will ever compare to Microsoft Excel. How dare you?
I mean, Google Sheets is better, but sure.
I do love Excel. I use Excel.
Do you excel at Excel?
I excel greater than, I don't know, I'd say 95% of my colleagues. So, I mean, it's probably...
I thought you were going to literally turn that into an equation then. I excel greater than...
I equals open brackets, everybody, comma, like the rest of it, close brackets, divided by everybody at the company. Yes, probably. I mean, why? I finished a banging new spreadsheet just today. Hey, listen, there's so many spreadsheet lovers in the chat. Indecisive Elf, Dr. Fruitbat, and
I mean, I too use spreadsheets every day, but I don't really give a fuck. Like, I just put numbers in it, and it saves me having to pay cunts like QuickBooks and those pricks.
QuickBooks.
I'm like, nobody needs QuickBooks. Just use a fucking spreadsheet and Google the shit that's in your tax return. It's not hard.
There needs to be more disruption in the spreadsheet market. Obviously, I love spreadsheets, and I like using them for the marbles stuff. That's always good fun. How much per sheet? That's how you measure which spreadsheet software is best, is how many sheets you can get in. Well, actually, for a long time, I think Excel, like 06, you could only get up to like, I don't know, something like 60,000 rows or something like that. And it took them quite a long time to get it up to like fucking millions. Okay. I mean, just going to refer to my thing. And this is happening. I don't think anyone's...
No, I think we're done with it.
I
think we have met the goal of getting it done and moving the fuck on. So we will move the fuck on.
Oh, there's this, and then and there's the bit. I could read this bit, then we could do because this is reedy, and then the thing which I was talking to you about, and then that, because that would be.
I thought that was that. So
no, it isn't. There's another thing.
I'm thoroughly intrigued now. This is more things than even I was prepared for.
I know. I suddenly realised we had shitloads of things.
Yeah. So yeah. Let's do this thing. And then we'll do the other thing that I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It'll be, the thing that you started talking about, and then you were like, no, I won't.
I won't tell you.
Okay, right. Okay, cool. Right, lots of things. In that case, it's time for a brand new segment, folks. We teased it a while ago, and it's the segment we like to call Confessions. And this is where we'd play a sting. If we had one! I think this will have a sting fairly quickly, because it's
especially
not going to be difficult, is it?
No. Difficult, lemon difficult. If we can get a good name for the confession segment, I mean, I'm not saying we shouldn't call it confessions, but listen, the people might come up with a wonderful confession name for the segment. But
I might just cut a line out of the Metallica song. Which one is it? All Nightmare Long. Whereas all of a sudden you just go, "This is my confession." And then it just pauses for a while before kicking into the...
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's just use that.
This is my confession! Hunt you down without mercy!
Love it. You're getting into it. I dig it. Let's just sing
It's a great
Metallica.
fucking song. It's like 9 minutes long. All Nightmare Long. It's a fucking cracking song. Love
Boom.
it.
I don't know it, but I do like Metallica, so... Hap. Quick hap. Metallica! No, I thought about it because one of the characters in the TV show I've been watching has a Metallica shirt, and I was thinking about how cool Metallica were at the time when I was watching it. But I've been watching Cobra Kai. I was speaking to you about it just before, but Hap, Cobra Kai, it's an incredible show. Do watch it. It's a lot of fun. It's very 80s, lots of 80s rock all the way like through it. It's LA 80s karate and high school drama. It's really very, very, very cool. Lots of fun. Smashing my way through it. But this is not that segment.
It is not.
But I found this, and we wanted to bring it up because I think it's quite amusing.
Likewise, if you have anything that you feel that you need to confess and get off your chest, please do send it in.
Yes.
And we will shame you.
This is This is not a safe space. Prepare to be shamed. If you want to listen, if you want to share a confession that maybe someone told you as a child.
Yeah, it can be something that your friend did.
Yeah. Back when you were at school.
Doesn't have to be you.
I've got some stories that Duncan the singer might have told me about someone else that I could bring up. Doesn't just come up. It is an unsafe space. Send in your confessions. Send in your fucking confessions. Send in your fucking confessions. I just wanted to make it clear, Jeremy.
It's what we want. It's what we need.
And we'll read them out. And everyone loves a confession. I tell you, send it to Harmstone. Harmstone send it to Tamsinaki. Tamsinaki will send it to Aletha. Aletha will send it on. Don't let anyone know where it came from.
Yeah, we'll just assume they're all from Aletha and we'll just shame Aletha.
Launder.
It'll be great.
Launder your confessions.
Now, how does this start? Is it like, forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned?
No, it should. That's fucking great. Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned.
That's how you start your confessions, by the way.
Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned. Listen, the title for this one gives away everything about it. I don't know if I should
Don't read the title.
No,
just
I
read
won't
the
read
thing.
the title.
Yeah.
Father Alex's confessions.
Well, they're not his confessions. They're yours.
Pope Alex. Oh, I told my brother about Alex for Pope as well.
Oh, did you? Nice.
Yeah, he found that very funny. Forgive me, Pope Alex, for I have sinned. It has been 6 years since my last confession.
I'll set up a Google form. Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
That works.
Oh, that would be great.
Then it will be anonymous. Yeah. Can you set it so that it automatically does the first line for them of "Forgive me, dickheads, for I have sinned."
Forgive me, dickheads, for us. There's still no way of getting around this because the first line is also. I'm just gonna say it.
Okay.
6 years ago, says this person, who we do not know and we've never met. 6 years ago, I swapped my then girlfriend, now wife's cat with a more well-behaved look-alike.
That wasn't where I thought that sentence was going. 6 years ago, I swapped my girlfriend for a fitter one.
And she's still none the wiser.
Now, 6 years on, she's not as fit.
Now-
and I'm considering repeating the process.
Now, I love the reaction in the chat. Let me read this again. 6 years ago, I switched my wife's cat with a more well-behaved look-alike. Strap your fucking selves in for this. She had an all-black cat that was extremely aggressive. It scratched everyone, hissed at everyone, and didn't use its litter box half the time. My wife insisted she could get it to behave better. One week she went out of town to visit her family, and I was supposed to go to her apartment and feed it. The first night I went over, it scratched the shit out of my arm. I joked to the cat that it's not special, and I'll replace it if it scratches again.
Now, here's your first problem. The cat doesn't understand you or give a fuck about you.
This is certainly true. That the joke stuck with me until I had a thought about it enough that it wasn't a joke. The joke stuck with me until I had a thought. Ting.
He manifested his own joke.
I thought about it enough that it wasn't a joke. The next morning, I went to the local animal shelter, found an identical cat.
Did you take a fucking Polaroid with him? Like, right, which one? No, too much fur.
Two pink nose.
Oh, yeah, that's got a freckle. That's no good.
Yeah.
I don't know if cats have got freckles, but let's go with it.
But very whiskery.
This could work.
Close enough. The next morning, I went to the local animal shelter, found an identical cat who was already litter box trained and acclimated to people, but,
TLDR, not a cunt.
but was a little skittish. Its old owner died of a heart attack, and the animal shelter people said they think that's why it's skittish.
It ate the owner.
But overall, it was a lot friendlier and better behaved, and the skittishness would help it resemble the original cat.
It's been scared straight.
So Tamsinaki's beside herself. I love so many things in this. So I adopted it, took it to my wife's apartment, settled it in.
It's your wife now.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't really, consistency on this. But maybe she's referring to it because it's his wife now. You see, so he's referring to it in the present tense rather than what it was.
Gotcha.
So I adopted it, took it to my wife's apartment, settled it in, then drove her original cat down to the river, where I put it in a sack and threw it away. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. It was the sea.
Wheelie bin filled with water, says Armstein.
It's not this. I settled it in, then drove her original cat to an animal shelter a town over. I was paranoid my wife would find out if I took it to a local one. It's been 6 years since then. We got married 4 years ago. We still have the swapped cat. It answers to the original cat's name. My wife knows nothing. She loves this cat and brags about how much better behaved it is. Every time I see it, I feel like a total piece of shit. Edit. For the people saying the other cat was likely euthanized by the shelter, I just double-checked, and the shelter I dropped it off at was and still is a no-kill shelter.
For those who wondered what happened to the other cat and said it might have been euthanized, I literally could not give a fucking shit.
I checked later when people said on the internet maybe.
Check to confirm. Yep, dead.
But can you
Gonna
imagine?
lie to you. Makes me look bad.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I checked to confirm. Oh no, that cat got killed. Back to Reddit. Everything's fine.
You took it one town away. Yeah, and do they not microchip these cats?
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't come up. And she never... I mean, can you imagine if they have to take it to the vet for some reason? They go, hold on a minute.
Boop, 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 boop.
This is noted to a Bob Jenkins in Idaho. What the fuck? And they're like, oh my God. Yeah, I just think this is genius.
I mean, I think after 6 years, you've got plausible deniability. But I don't... Maybe our cat left and this one came in and it's just a massive coincidence.
I hate Op with a burning fire, says Tamsanaki. I just think he had a problem and he found a solution. But I love this, like, this cat is a fucking nightmare. If I went to another place and got a cat like it, no one would be any the wiser. The fact that he went through with it.
I think it's genius. And I love cats. I think this is utter genius.
I think it is genius. And
it wasn't his cat.
No.
So why does he give a fuck?
He doesn't. It's like, takes it to... I like the idea, mate. Takes it to a town over, but just, like, gets it a job and it has to go and work somewhere. So, like, she'll drive past Burger King one day and the cat's, like, serving behind the counter.
Just drives to the forest, opens the door. Right, there you go. You know what to do. Be free now.
She can use the life insurance to open a cat shelter. Like, this is on the internet. It's being read out by people. And do you think there are wives? I mean, it doesn't say where, but there are wives in places around.
Oh man, so many people who had bad cats but actually did manage to train them and are now reading this going,
is this me?
Is that not my cat?
We were going out for 2 years, then married 4 years ago, 6 years in total.
This probably applies to a lot of people.
Right.
I hope his wife finds out and murders him. Well, no, Tamsin. See, what will actually happen is the wife will find out and she'll take the husband down to a bar and then take home a different man instead.
Yeah. Just swap him for someone. She'll
be
like...
Perfect crime.
She doesn't... Honestly, it would be amazing if she just went over to another town over and just with a Polaroid of her husband, it's like black hair, black beard, blue eyes, wears jeans. Yep, you'll do. And just starts fucking him and fucking him and fucking him and fucking him all the time. And then comes back with him one day. And then the husband's like, what the hell? You're cheating on me? It's like, well, he looks the same. Checkmate.
No, I'm not cheating on you. Meet husband's name. Meet Dave.
It's the same. That would be the ultimate. That would be the ultimate if she replaced her husband with another guy that looks just like him. And then just, if she finds... This would be a good idea for a film, or at least a kind of little short kind of Twilight Zone.
This screams like Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
I'm not in the kind of Christmassy, wholesome Hallmark movie. I mean like cheap as fuck, terrible Hallmark movie. Yeah. Lol, not me, says Karis. My cat is definitely still a twat. Facts.
Is it a no-kill bar? Because that is not good enough. Man, am I getting the impression here that Tamsanaki is unhappy?
I don't think Tamsin likes this person.
Tamsin, I've seen you quite angry about a lot of things. How would you rate this in your top 5 people you've been fucked off with through Am I the Arseholes and other shit.
How would you rate this person in comparison to me putting all the dogs in the sea?
Yeah, can we get a kind of frame of
a
reference?
hierarchy?
Yeah.
Who's worse, me or this guy? That's the question.
Wait, no. Okay, wait. What if someone did this with babies? Lots of them look similar. That is true. Like if my baby was scratching, it could. It must have happened. It must have happened. I'm not talking about...
Maybe not deliberately, but
no.
You take the wrong baby home from the hospital.
That must have happened. Some people probably took the wrong baby home and they never knew.
Yeah, they only find out years down the line when they've got some kind of like genetic disease that only is passed down through generations. Like, I don't have that, so what the fuck?
The baby was warned! Hey, Mike, we're well.
Welcome.
What's going on tonight? Lots and lots of things. We are heading relentlessly in the end towards Am I the Arsehole? We're talking about Confession right now, about a time when a guy swapped his wife's cat for a more better behaved lookalike. So the original cat was a scratchy, aggressive, hostile motherfucker. So he took it to a cattery, he took it to a shelter, and then he just got another cat that was placid and fine. And that's what we're talking about right now. And we've done Get in the Sea. We've done a whole load of other stuff. Lots and lots of things. This guy, you didn't really put any dogs in the sea. You wouldn't really ever do it. This guy is a top tier arsehole.
Let's not test that.
As me dad would say, that man is one singular pathetic shit. That's such a great thing to... That's what I love, that this is a phrase your dad...
Very specific.
That man is one singular pathetic shit. Only in a South African accent, which I can't do. Yes, these days they tag babies so they don't get mixed up.
Oh yeah, they microchip them. It's the same as dogs. Yeah,
which implies a time when they got mixed up.
Dave, this is your baby. The microchip says so.
Well, I mean, I think this is one of the best things I've ever read. I feel I'm not helping my case with Tamsin.
I think you knew the reaction that it was going to get.
I did. It's incredible. How incredible is this? He swapped the cat.
So we're kicking off Confessions with a doozy. If you have got something that comes anywhere near as
probably not going to get
out there as this one, then please do send it in. Even if it's not your story.
We've picked too soon.
Harmstone created a Google form for you to submit anonymously if you want. Yeah. Or if you've got, burner email addresses, you can email your confession to dgmslive@outlook.com.
Never too late, Mike. Always on time. You're here. We have not finished. You'll know you're late because we won't be on your screen.
That is true. The stream will not be here.
Good to have you here.
Then you are either late or here at the wrong day.
Or really early for next week.
Yeah. Google form doesn't require any sort of login for what it's worth. There you go. I thought it did, but no, I guess that makes sense. There you go.
So, this is going to require me just to grab some stuff.
Oh yes, we're doing another thing.
We're doing a thing, but what
wait,
time is it?
There's thing.
It's 9:30. That's pretty good. What time we started at 8?
Yeah, no, we're good to thing and then.
Thing and then ITER and we're done.
Out of here. Yeah.
Last week, and this is just an excuse to eat some stuff, by the way.
Great, I'm already sold.
Yeah. Every 6 years, I swap my cat out. My wife now claims we have the world's oldest cat and is going to the Guinness Book people next week. What should I do? It's just like, can you imagine? You keep swapping it and swapping it and swapping it.
I would probably stock up on Guinness Book of Records, ready to bury yourself under them.
That'd be so funny.
That would be my suggestion. Anyway, you were going to feed me.
Feed me, Seymour.
Feed me more. Feed me
just
more.
Going to get my leg ready because I'm going to have to stand up and I'll go and get a little table so we can put some stuff on it. But I just wanted to put it to the test, and it's mainly just an excuse to eat. But on last week's, and I thought about this during the week, on last week's show, we talked about the controversial opinion, which is that oat and raisin cookies are better than chocolate chip cookies. So I went and bought some oat and raisin cookies and some chocolate chip cookies and some Maryland cookies. And you're also saying something about how cookies are bendy and biscuits are crisp or something like that. And I just wanted to be clear on what you meant about it. And then we can look at them and just do a little bit of science.
Okay.
And you can clarify what you said. This is not me trying to trip you up. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. And the only way, Jeremy, to get to the bottom of it is to eat some fucking cookies. So if you'll just bear with me one moment, I'll go and get it.
I will indeed, Chicago, bear with you while you get some cookies. Yeah, so now I need to get square in my head what I actually fucking meant about the difference between biscuits and cookies, because I couldn't really remember. It's about the way that they're baked, if I remember rightly. A biscuit will have a very satisfying snap.
Right.
A cookie will kind of crumble.
Actually, we can put that there.
A cookie will crumble rather than that satisfying snap.
Right, so here's some Maryland cookies.
They are cookies.
Oh, they can't hear me. It's just like Maryland cookies come from out there.
I mean, you could probably turn this round and bring it over there a little bit.
Yeah, it's okay.
And then they might be able to hear you a little bit.
Just until I've that says. Oh shit! We just
or you could break.
We just unscrewed the thing. Hold on.
You could break it. That would work too.
Mm-hmm.
Jaffa cakes are cakes. They are. Yes. Yeah.
Oh shit!
That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, that's where the microphone. It's strange. I saw this coming as well. Oh shit!
Is it not going back on?
No, it will do, but I have to sit around and do it.
Huh.
So, unfortunately, I can't hold it at the same time as doing it. If you'll give me a moment, I'll fix it.
Yeah, go for it. Shall I open the cookies while we do it?
Yeah, I've got more, but
those empty plates. Just they remind me of the tail of the cat with eyes as big as plates or something. You're on your own there. Oh no, you're not on your own. Hans Christian Andersen, says Tamsin. Don't know what that's about. Right, so that's a Maryland cookie. If I grab your plate, then I can do a dishing.
I think I'm just going to have to take this out like that because it's not doing that.
Hope he hasn't broken it.
No, it's just the screw doesn't seem to want to work.
I don't know how much of him you can hear, but
Nothing
should.
now, I've unplugged it.
Oh, it's completely unplugged. You can't hear him at all. Yes. Now, there was the whole debate about a Jaffa cake, wasn't there? And they went to court as to decide whether it was a cake or a biscuit. And some people gave a fuck, and I did not. And it was determined that it was, in fact, a cake. I don't know what the criteria was.
Yeah, no, this is totally fucked.
Oh, really?
It's fine, but it's just probably going to take some time. Let me bring you the other cookies.
Okay, we're cooking, and then Alex is going to try and fix the microphone.
Here you go. Right, so there's milk chocolate ones,
Mm-hmm.
and then I bought the triple chocolate ones because Alika asked for them, and then the oatmeal and raisin ones. Hold on, I'll just...
So these are the shit. This is the oatmeal and raisin cookies. Oh man, that is dark. Triple Belgian chocolate cookies. And just milk chocolate cookies. Okay. See, yeah, that's the thing. These cookies are going to be softer, right? No, they're not. This is the debate I'm having with myself live on air. And is this one soft? Yeah, they're kind of softer. All right, I'm going to dish up a little bit. Triple Belgian chocolate, yes, please. See, I'm all about that oatmeal. Let's do some dishing. So I'm going to do like halves of these bigger ones.
Yeah.
So that works a bit better. Right, so this is the milk chocolate cookie. It is softer.
Sorry about that. The whole thing...
Hey, as long as you fixed it, that's all.
I don't know. Can you hear me? That's the question.
Yeah, you're going through.
Okay.
I'll have the small
Right,
bit.
so...
You can have the big bit. Yeah, so these are softer, these big cookies.
Should they be?
Yes, I think they should. They should be. They should be softer.
Cookies should be soft.
But then the Maryland cookies are hard. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, the Maryland cookies snap.
I don't know if they're made like a biscuit.
Right.
Perhaps. I
I want to compare them to the oat and raisin.
So this is the
question is...
Triple Belgian chocolate.
And this is the one that... This is, I think, Fruit Bat.
Yeah, this is soft as well. Yeah.
And look, this one is oat and raisin. And that's soft. Look, that
yeah.
corner.
Okay. So yeah, cookies should be soft. Biscuits should be hard. But then Maryland cookies are biscuits. I think they might be, despite the fact that it's got cookies in the name. I think they might be biscuits.
Maryland cookies doesn't stand a chance against those big cookies. These are from
the
Sainsbury's.
The description doesn't really help. Cookies containing chocolate chips. Thanks for that. Yeah, I don't know. The Maryland cookie might be an outlier.
Right. Do you want to try the
Yeah, what am I trying first?
the main chocolate chip one?
The main chocolate chip one.
Mmm.
Good. Definitely a cookie.
Take them to Cookie Court. Have another bit of that.
No doubt. So compared to...
The
I don't know how ASMR this
yeah.
has been, by the way. Whether it's actually coming through or not. So this is a Maryland cookie, and I'm expecting this is going to do a proper crunch. Yeah, I'm still torn because it's got the look of a cookie,
Yeah. Look.
the crumbliness of a cookie, but the bite of a biscuit.
The thing is, oat and raisin biscuits, cookies or whatever, are better than chocolate chip.
Oh, they absolutely are.
You think oat and raisin ones are better? Oh, I thought you disagreed. Well,
No, I love oat and raisin. I'm just going to save the best for last, so I'm going to do some triple choc now. Biscuits are crumbly too. They're crummy, but they don't crumble in the same way. Like a Maryland cookie, if you go like that on it, it will start to fall apart, like a rich tea or digestive one. So what's this one? Triple Belgian chocolate. Now, this is going to be too much chocolate for me. There's my feeling. And I am right.
for some reason I got it in my head that you liked the chocolate chip ones better than oat and raisin.
No.
Well, what I will say is that, and this will surprise no one, I like chocolate chip better than I like the raisin ones.
So here's the
But I don't like raisins.
oatmeal and raisin. Let's see if I do
Yeah, you
truly
do.
like this.
Yeah, that's true. That's what I want to know. Yeah?
It's not as good as the Tesco ones, but this is better than the other ones.
I forget what we're trying to prove here, but we're eating biscuits.
The order is
Yeah.
oat and raisin,
Yeah.
Maryland,
Yeah.
choc chip,
Yeah.
triple Belgian chocolate.
Wow.
Which is probably the reverse order to most people. I'm aware of that,
Try the
but I'm
let me
weird.
try the triple chocolate. It is the reverse. I think this is great. Wow. I don't think I would either.
That is the exact wrong order. It is not.
My feeling is, oh wow, that's good. I'm not one of these people that if you could have called upon me to say it in advance, I would have known the difference. Really, because I'm like, cookies, who gives a shit? But that triple choc Belgian one is for me the best, and then the basic milk chocolate one, and then probably, actually, then maybe the raisin and oat, and then the Maryland one. I'm not against the Maryland one, but I quite like the other one. The consistency was nice. That's what it was.
It's not very oatmeally, I must say.
No.
It does taste more like just a regular cookie than a usual like oat biscuit. Like I cannot see a single fucking oat. Do you know what I mean? And it's nice, but it's requires improvement. Sainsbury's, sort it out.
Hashtag Team Alex. We agree on food. Where were we the time when it must be the end of the world? The rapture's coming.
Unfortunately, she cannot be trusted. She keeps ketchup in her fridge.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought we'd clear it up, and we haven't cleared up anything really because
I was going to say, did we clear anything up?
no, we disagree entirely. But everyone seems to agree with me, and by everyone, 2 people have said it.
Yeah, I think the majority will agree with you on this particular.
You're a very contrary motherfucker, but you knew that already. People, you're a very different person. You like things that people dislike.
Yeah.
And dislike things that people like.
It's true.
You're an enigma, Jeremy.
I am an enigma. It has often been said that I am an enigma. I still don't know what it means, but I am one of them.
But you are one. Okay.
And I'm also enigmatic.
Yeah, that is true.
Don't know what that means either, but it sounds good, doesn't it?
Well, now we've got loads of cookies. By the way, you're probably going to take these cookies away, I would imagine, in most part, because I only got them for the purposes of this. I don't want to be sitting around eating loads of sugar. But I thought it would be good to do. So
I know a certain 5-year-old that will eat the shit out of the Maryland cookies,
oh, that's good.
and a certain 35-ish-year-old that will eat the fuck out of the oatmeal and raisin cookies.
So what's your rankings again? I put the Belgian triple choc at the top, then the basic, the milk chocolate choc chip, Sainsbury's 1 second, and then I put the oat and raisin 1 third, because I just still quite like the consistency of it, and I still quite like how it tastes. Don't get me wrong, I don't like raisins, but they're not like mushrooms. They're not. I really don't like them. I'll eat a raisin. I just think they're weird. And I really was hoping for more oatiness. I guess I could have swapped it around with a Maryland, because the Maryland's really nice as well. But it didn't blow me away. It was just a pretty basic biscuit. Like Tamsinaki says, it was hardly going to compete against something that's cooked in that way. So, yeah.
But when you think about a cookie, like the Maryland cookie is the kind of traditional cookie, isn't it? Which is ironic because it's hard. It's not a cookie.
I always thought these would be. I mean, yeah, we'll go donk. I always thought these would be, but they're also quite squishy as well.
Yeah, they don't snap. They like break or bend. New arrivals, welcome in Batman Oreo and Rat Freak. Welcome. Do we dip our cookies? Obviously not when testing for ranking, but generally.
I've never dipped a cookie in my life.
I don't know. Not cookies. Biscuits, yes. Oh, Maryland cookie. Oh, I'll dip a Maryland cookie in some milk.
See, I've thought about this now. I've dipped biscuits in tea, although not very often because I don't drink a lot of tea, and I've never dipped it in coffee. But when he said, and hey Dom, when he said dip it in things, I'd imagine like a caramel sauce, like a sweet sauce, like dipping it in sweet things.
Yeah.
Salted caramel, and then you know, like icing sugar. I don't know. I'm trying to think of sweet things that are sweet sauces.
Dippable.
I've never done that. And if that's what you're talking about, that sounds amazing. I meant milk, tea, coffee.
Ironically, a question that came up on this coming week's DGMS rerun, and we never really got to the bottom of it. Do we, the people, I mean, I don't because I don't like it, dip biscuits, cookies, whatever, in coffee?
Yeah, I don't. I never have.
No.
I have done it in tea, but I don't often have biscuits at home, so it doesn't happen. I don't drink tea, but yeah. I
don't know. I don't think I've ever seen
cookies
have I
cookies
seen
in
anyone?
custard. Can you imagine? All right, fine. Next week on Don't Get Me Started, we'll have these cookies again and some custard.
It's with custard. Yeah.
For me, it's seasonal, says Brogan. When it's cold, I go for raisins and oatmeal. I hear that.
No, it'll just always be oatmeal and raisin for me over any of the other choices.
Yeah, crunch biscuit washed down with drink. I see. So, drink. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Only a digestive kind of works. Like a rich tea biscuit. I remember being at my grandparents', obviously quite
love a rich tea
many
biscuit.
years ago, and like rich teas into tea and stuff like that.
Yeah. Now, when I was a kid eating rich tea biscuits, I wouldn't dunk them. I would just shove them in. Rich tea biscuits are the shit.
They are.
Which, again, is probably the controversial opinion. Most people would put that quite low in their rankings.
Do you know, I think there's very few biscuits that I would turn my nose up at. Do you know what I mean?
How do you feel about a hobnob?
I love a hobnob.
Hobnobs are great.
I never thought I was going to be a hobnob kind of guy because they're a bit crumbly and stuff, but I do like them. I was in the biscuit aisle getting these. I was actually in the cookie bread aisle in Sainsbury's. And I went back round to get the Maryland cookies. And at that point, some hyperactive kid was just like legging it around and shouting his mouth off about stuff. His dad was like painfully completing the Dadiators, trying to complete the getting the shit done whilst having the kid in tow.
Do you feel the power of the Dadiators?
Dadiators! And like,
do you have the will and the skill
to complete the tasks in the supermarket? He just wants to get himself around the supermarket and out. The dad has certain things he has to get, but he had to take the kid with him. Now the kid wants everything else in the shop.
Of course.
So the dad starts shouting. The dad doesn't shout anything. I'm surprised the dad didn't go, pack it in, shut up. Because the kid, because I was present in the aisle.
Rein your neck in, you little shit.
Right. Because I was present in the aisle, he had an audience. So sometimes kids are hyperactive and excitable, they want to kind of shout and talk bollocks in front of other people. So he clearly saw that I was there. He's like, why would you do that? I don't understand. What's going on? Can't we have... And I'm just like, don't do this for my fucking benefit, kid. I don't give two shits. But he was saying Dad had gone into the next aisle and the kid was in the aisle where I was getting the Maryland cookies. And he rushed, he found something and rushed around to the dad. He was like, gold bars! Yes! Gold bars! And he just kept him for the dad, that was insufficient information to know what his kid was talking about. And he said, what? He went, gold bars! I've got gold bars!
Gold bars! The undisputed winner of the World Cup of Biscuits!
I thought to myself...
The guaranteed best biscuit in the world as decided by the people.
I was going to lean in and explain that to him. Well, I hate to bother you, and I don't mean to eavesdrop, but it was difficult not to hear your kid screeching into my ear.
And objectively, he has picked the best biscuit.
He has.
Even though it's not really a biscuit, because it's covered in chocolate.
We put it to the test, and he'd be like, I don't give a fuck, we're not getting any... But anyway, so he's like, he comes back and he puts them on the shelf, and he's like, but they're gold bars, Dad! And he's like, what's a gold bar? And I'm like, oh my God.
This guy didn't have a childhood, did he?
What's a gold bar? I know you just want to get out of the supermarket, and then the kid starts... Then he goes, look, we're going to go and get some sweets. This isn't the sweet aisle, is it? And he went, and then the kid wailed in this kind of over-dramatic way, like, but where's the sweet aisle? But where is it? Like, he's in like some sort of pantomime and he expects the sweet aisle to sneak up behind him for me to join in.
It's behind you.
It was behind you. It was like aisle 22. But yeah, and then they exited stage left.
Excuse me, Condom Ad, but this is objectively the best biscuit.
By the way, I already didn't want children, but thank you very much for reminding me.
Yeah, Aletha would like us to stop saying Dadiator.
Stop calling yourself Dadiator. Dadiator. Oh, I see.
mean, he's not calling himself Dadiator. No. I, however, am.
Dadiators. That's leaning into the whole daddy thing, that's a whole different show.
That is a whole different
thing. I think people would watch Dadiators. Yeah. I really want to lean into this and start describing it, but it would get wrong really quickly.
I mean, it took all of my being to not just finish singing the Gladiators theme tune, to be honest. I could have done the whole thing.
I don't know it.
I do.
Swap the kid. Swap the kid! Take the kid to I don't know, a toddler group one town over and get another one back. Daddy ate hers.
Would you like a tenuous segue?
Yes, please.
Do you know what has got arseholes?
What?
Daddies.
Am I the asshole? No, it's the children who are wrong.
Did you like that?
I loved it.
It was extremely tenuous, but that is what I promised you.
Look, we've gone through quite a lot tonight. Thanks for joining us at any stage tonight.
My list is a lot shorter. It just says Fridge, Anna Torv, and Anna Faris. That's my show notes.
I did really enjoy that. I kind of want to see it again, but
you have to wait till next week when we will find out another person that is probably not Anna Torv.
Yes. So, am I the... Oh, just get rid of this. I missed the kitchen. I've got one, you've got two. Did you want to do three, or did you want to do two? Or did you want to do your one?
I'll go first, and then we'll see how we are after this.
Okay,
Who knows how long things will last.
Because last week, thank you very much for throwing the pen at me. Last week, you just judiciously fucking stopped the show, which I loved. And if you want to do it again, don't let me stop you.
Okay.
Don't. That would be incredible. If you want to stop the show at the end,
stop the show. Stop the show.
Don't let me stop you. Except I will. Not stop you from stopping.
I will hit the button halfway through Alex's Am I the Arsehole.
Oh, don't. It's so good, but maybe I'll ramble about something. You can stop that. Okay, I'm going to put the thing down and listen to you.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to get some more Pepsi. We're going to get some of this.
Do it.
And pour it into this. And then...
Such is the nature of pouring.
Yeah. And then I'm going to listen to you. So I just want to reset myself so I'm properly...
I know. It's not going to be appropriate for TikTok if you're leaning over the table.
Dunking in Pepsi. Oh, should we try it?
And by we, he means him.
Okay.
Oh, he's gone for the most chocolate one as well. Okay, yeah.
Right.
Go on then. Without? Yeah.
Just wanted to bite that a little bit off.
Oh, okay. I
Done.
mean, scientifically, you like taste before.
Oh yeah, well, I know it. Yeah, so it
Now
tastes a little
taste
bit
with.
before. Oh my god. It's just
It's wet.
it's just wet and cold. Do not advise. 2 out of 10. Right. Right.
I mean, it's not the worst thing that you've been made to eat on stream.
That's true.
They made you put gherkins in your fucking milkshake for a start. That was weird even for us.
Let me just straighten myself out because I want to be straightened
Want to be
out.
tickers ready?
Yeah. Right. Go for it.
Am I the arsehole
Yes, you are.
for yelling at my girlfriend to stop fucking eating? Am I the arsehole for yelling at my girlfriend to stop fucking eating?
Well, this sounds dangerous from the
Yeah.
outset.
Yeah, you're not really onto a winner here, I don't think, mate.
No.
My M26 sister, F23, runs a bakery business, and she's been struggling lately to keep up with orders because she's been short-staffed. She does a lot of orders for wedding cakes that require custard or marmalade fillings.
Custard.
Hang on a minute.
For
Who
dipping.
the fuck is putting marmalade inside a cake? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Strange orders. Weddings make you go crazy.
Marmalade C, right? Jesus. And I offered to help her out by making these fillings at home and bringing them to her so that she has less work to do.
It's true. Custard cake? Marmalade in a cake?
Custard filling. And by custard, they mean like you get in a cream donut, like that kind of custard.
I'm not convinced this person knows how to make it, but
Maybe the sister's just going, yeah, you could make me some fillings. Doesn't want
Yeah.
to say no.
just make me custard and marmalade.
Yeah, like Boston cream donuts. Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. It's just basically a cream replacement.
Okay.
Yeah. Marmalade, however, fuck you.
Mm.
And I offered to help her out by making these fillings at home and bringing them to her so that she has less work to do. Unfortunately, the past 4 times I've made these fillings, my girlfriend,
My girlfriend.
F24, has literally dipped her fingers into the filling jars and contaminated them because, in her words, just wanted to try some.
It lasts 4 times.
4.
Not the arsehole scissors are broken. Bang, bang.
I've heard enough.
The jury
I've
has
received
returned.
all of the required information, not the arsehole. I've tried explaining to her that she can't dip her fingers in and contaminate the entire batch, because then I have to remake it. I said she should use a spoon and take some out if she wants to try so bad.
Use a spoon, you absolute savage. Yeah.
Right? I said she should use a spoon and take some out if she wants to try so bad, but she just pouts and says that she likes using her fingers because it takes her back to her childhood. Is she 3? Right? Today, I was trying to finish some chocolate custard to send over to my sister really fast because she was running late on a wedding cake order for an important client. I told my girlfriend beforehand to not eat the custard, and if she really wanted to, please use a spoon.
I told her beforehand, don't do that shit you've been doing.
Yeah, don't be a fucking minger. Use a spoon.
Stop being disgusting.
I get out of the shower, and what do I see? She has her fingers in it again. I totally lost it because this is the 5th time she blatantly disregarded what I said. And I yelled at her and told her to stop fucking eating the food I'm making. Because it's not for her and she's contaminating it. She started crying and got mad at me for fat shaming her.
Oh, please.
Even though I made no comment on her weight and she has no history of weight issues or eating disorders. I know I was harsh, but she kept pushing my limits. Am I the arsehole?
Well, you know, I'm getting a sensation from the chat that they feel that he is not the arsehole.
Yeah, I think that is fairly clear. for many of the reasons laid out, most of which she's putting her fucking dirty fingers in other people's fucking food.
This has the wrong title. My girlfriend keeps fingering the food I make for work. He said to use a spoon. Doesn't that reward you more filling than fingering it? Yes, you get more out of it.
Yeah, especially if you just get like a ladle. Like, all right, fine, I'll use a spoon. Just get a fucking giant ladle. There you go. I've got it. Thanks. See you later.
She doesn't have an eating disorder. She has a hearing disorder.
She has paying attention to fucking instructions and not being a disgusting
How many times
child.
I'm making this to help out my sister or whatever it was. We're doing this for work. This is work. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, but I like dipping my finger in it.
Do you know how many times, Alex?
5 times.
5 times.
Tell me she didn't just dip that. The girlfriend was warned. They're going to take the girlfriend over to a town over and replace her with a new girlfriend.
Send her to a shelter.
Yeah.
Hopefully a no-kill one, but you take what you get at this stage.
Yeah, make her a little... Say, this is your ramekin with your stuff in it. But how old is she if you're having to make a separate bit for her?
Yeah. I mean, she's 24. She should know better. And I get the idea, it reminds me of my childhood. Fine. I think Dom's nailed it on the head there. Have your own little receptacle that you can put your fingers in. Put it in a bowl. Spoon some into a bowl and dip your fingers in that all you fucking like. Dear me. Yeah. So... all in all things considered, when you really cut to the brass tacks of it, at the end of the day, I think what we have decided,
when all said and done, is
that the op is not the arsehole.
True. So true. Okay. This could be quite a long one because there's actually an update I discovered.
Oh.
So the one I'm about to read you, then I found the update. And
it's part of my Dadiator gimmick.
So Dadiator.
Do 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 do.
I just want a thing that just goes Dadiator and it just scrolls across the screen
in the font.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I'm gonna do that.
Big D.
Big D.
Small.
Yeah, absolutely. Big D. Small S.
Goes up to a top R. Stop fucking the camera. You're doing it.
I make absolutely no promises.
Never use the big D. What, never? No, never.
Hardly ever.
Hardly ever. No, I always use the big D.
Left with no other choice, really. You've got to work with what you got.
A short 80s guitar riff. Meow, whittly, 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 meow, Dadiator. I want to be the very best. I don't actually know the theme tune.
Yeah, that was Pokemon.
Oh, I love this so much. Right.
Left.
I made a special cake for you to ruin. Sorry, I'm reading the rest of stuff. Right. Am I the arsehole?
Yes.
For wearing a wedding dress at a wedding?
Don't think we need any real context on this.
No.
That is a hard arsehole.
Yes. I hate a hard arsehole, but you were going to get into it.
What, the hard arsehole?
We're going to get into the hard arsehole. That's one of the tasks on Dadiator.
Consent is key.
Yes. Okay, so my friend 20F and I, 19M, have been friends for a few years, and she recently got engaged. It's quite young, actually. I just think, anyway. But anyway, a week ago, I got a DM from her for a small costume party she was hosting as a celebration for her getting engaged. I asked if there was a theme, and she said there wasn't. I'm a cosplayer, so I had a lot of choices. I didn't want to rock up in an anime cosplay, so I thought it'd be funny to go to an engagement party as the corpse bride. I arrived at her house yesterday and everything seemed normal. A few people complimented my...
Apart from, Mario in the fucking corner being weird and putting his fingers in cake batter.
It's-a me! I arrived at her house yesterday and everything seemed normal. A few people complimented my costume and I was having a lot of fun. Just a Chad move.
Chad move, not
Not
the
the
arsehole.
arsehole.
Requires the finger as well.
So yeah, and just to say, Corpse Bride, the Tim Burton like stop motion animation. I don't think it's stop motion. Actually, I think it's just animation. I can't remember now. Film.
It
Corpse
looks like
Bride.
stop motion, but I think it's made to look like that rather than actually being that.
I can't remember. But anyway, we know it.
Surely Mario would be fingering the icing because that's what's piped.
Congratulations!
Congratulations! You have just been awarded the shittest joke of the day. Pretty good though.
Yeah, it's good. A few people complimented my costume and I was having a lot of fun. After 10 minutes, my friend's fiancé walked out in a black tuxedo and announced this was actually their wedding.
Fuck off.
Apparently, my friend saw a video of someone doing this and wanted to do the same.
I repeat, fuck off.
So they've basically lured everyone in, it's an engagement party, and then they've gone, boom, it's the actual wedding.
What bellends.
He asked us all to go to the backyard for the ceremony to begin.
We told him to fuck off.
I went straight to him. I asked him if I should quickly go home and change my outfit, and that I would get back before it started. He told me it was fine since I didn't know this was the wedding.
Reasonable.
I trusted him and followed everyone outside. They got married and everything seemed good. The reception was just in their house, and again, so everyone just walked back inside and picked up where they left off. I tried talking to my friend and celebrating with her, but she kept making excuses to not talk to me. I assumed it was just because she was tired from the big day and wanted some alone time. I didn't bother her after that and the party soon ended. I got home and half an hour passed when my phone started getting notifications. I checked it and it was my friend texting me. She was cussing me out and telling me how I ruined her wedding. I was really confused and asked what I did. That only made her more angry.
Yeah, I never ask what you did.
What did I do? You don't know. Oh, you didn't know?
No.
I just want to keep doing it. I know. You asked me to call somebody. I just had to do it. I just can't leave it unsaid. It seems weird. Anyway, none of this is what actually happened. That only made her more angry. She told me it was basic knowledge not to wear a wedding dress to a wedding. I reminded her that I had no idea it was a wedding. And that,
counterpoint, it wasn't a fucking wedding.
Yeah. We didn't know. I didn't know. They didn't know it was a wedding. I know, right? I reminded her I had no idea it was a wedding, and that I asked her, and let me say this better, and that I asked her now husband if I should change, and he said it was fine. She didn't respond, but I got a text from her husband. He asked why I would tell... this is really badly written and badly spoken by me. He asked why I would tell her he said it was fine.
Because that's what he said.
I told him he said it was fine. Then he said how I should have changed anyways, and it's my fault that the two are now fighting over this.
Fuck you, buddy.
I tried texting her that I was sorry, and if I'd have known, I wouldn't have done it. I woke up today and saw her and her husband had blocked me on everything.
Good fucking riddance.
So, am I the arsehole for not changing out of the wedding dress when I found out it was actually a wedding?
Nope. You did the right thing. You asked one of the members of the party. I mean, you couldn't go up to the bride, so you went to the groom, the husband-to-be. You asked him. He said it was fine. He's the arsehole for not fucking reading his wife's wishes. Twats.
Edit. I'm a guy, which she says at the beginning. I'm a guy. I cosplayed the character Emily from The Corpse Bride and had blue paint all over. I'm also Australian. And I've never heard a costume party meaning fancy. I think maybe there's a fancy dress costume party thing here, but anyway. Everyone was dressed up in funny costumes, is what he's saying. So that was the end of that. So he's saying, am I the arsehole for not changing out of the wedding dress?
I'm just a guy dressed as Corpse Bride. Could I make it any more obvious?
And then there's an update.
But wait, there's more. If he was already blue, he could have changed to Tobias Bluth so easily.
No, I only blew myself. There's got to be a better way of saying that.
You should have dressed as Professor Xavier and got the foreknowledge. You're the arsehole.
I've come as Dr. Manhattan. I'm just reading all this bits and pieces. So there's an update. So, by the way, that's nicely TikTokable. And then we can get the update. And there's going to be 2 for 1 on this one. It's going to be great.
Boom! Extra work for Tom. Love to see it.
And then at the end of it, when we say he's not the arsehole, he can just stick that with the original bit, and it's going to be great, right? Because okay.
I'll change my T-shirt. Fuck him up.
I'll be like, update, Jeremy. There's an update.
Whee!
Good job. We're wearing the same clothes as we were the week we did this one before, right?
I don't change my clothes or shower.
Well, there's still an update. Update, am I the arsehole for wearing a wedding dress to a wedding? You'll remember this one, Jeremy.
I do. I remember it from such halcyon days as 30 seconds ago.
Shut up! I honestly didn't think this would get as much attention as it did, and I've tried reading through all the comments, but damn, there were a lot. I do appreciate everyone's feedback. Also...
Do you? Is it good feedback?
Well, we'll find out. Also...
I'm not sure anyone can suggest that they're the arsehole, so it probably was good feedback.
It probably was good feedback. Also, I'm not sharing photos. Sorry, just for privacy reasons. I'm sorry. Now, the update. Some sort of...
And now, Castrol GTX presents the update.
We should get something... something really lame. Walnut Whip presents... I know, something even shitter than Walnut
And
Whip.
now, oatmeal and raisin cookies from Sainsbury's presents the update. And now I'm going to have a cookie.
Update. Since they blocked me on everything, I didn't try to reach out, since it would be a waste of effort. But I didn't block them back. If they wanted to talk to me, I was fine with it. 2 days ago, I was unblocked by my friend. She asked if we could call and talk about what happened, and I agreed. She apologised for blowing up at me like she did, but also told me she was still upset. I was only made aware because of the comments, and now her, that wearing wedding attire to anything wedding related is common sense. I'm not sure about that. I think in fairness, if this had been a normal engagement party and people just came dressed like we were wearing now, the same clothes we wore last week, if someone came to an engagement party dressed like this and then they dressed as a bride or a groom, that would be super weird, but no one would because no one would do that.
But it was a costume party.
It was a costume party, and it was an obvious anime, obvious film reference rather than it was an obvious cosplay. So I know what he's saying here, saying anything wedding related is common sense, but I disagree with that because you weren't at the fucking wedding. All I knew was the no white on the wedding day. Honestly, after people informed me, I felt awful and downright stupid. So I apologised back for not running it through her like I should have since I didn't know.
So he got gaslit
by
other people and is now apologising for something he shouldn't apologise for.
Correct.
Great.
I know lots of people were telling me to cut her off. Didn't want to cut her off. But I've known her since I was 14, so I'm glad we can stay friends. Her husband, on the other hand, he had told her that he came up to me and asked me to change.
Yeah.
This is obviously the line. This is what the woman, his friend,
oh
the wife.
Shit! I done fucked up here. How can I backtrack the fuck out of this?
Right. He had told her that he came up to me and asked me to change, and apparently I told him it didn't matter because I was already there, or something along those lines. She was crying a lot while telling me. After she blew up at me and I told her the real story, she got pissed at her husband.
Well, yeah.
The husband suggested both of them block me so the fight would stop. She agreed to it but was still upset by it all. Eventually, she started asking people who were at the wedding to see what happened. 3 people saw me walk up to him and heard me ask. This is where she learnt her husband lied to her.
It was at this moment that Nathan knew he fucked up.
Dun. Again, a huge fight between the two. Turns out he's hated me since I met them 5 years ago. They had already been dating for a year beforehand. I became good friends with her, but not him. He felt as though I was trying to take his girlfriend. I don't know what I did to make him feel this way. She's beautiful, but I never do that shit to anyone. I don't know why he'd wait 5 years, but he decided that the day of his wedding was the best time to get rid of me. I'm not really sure what's going to happen to them in the future. I think we all know. She's staying at another friend's house until her and her husband are able to talk about it. I doubt I'll update anyone like, update, they're getting divorced, because that feels insensitive.
But could you?
But please. I mean, please, that would be the best. Oh my God, this is spicy. Isn't it spicy? This is fucking ridiculous. The best bit is like, he goes over really clearly to say, should I go home and change? And he's like, no, thinking this will backfire. And he was right. It did backfire. But, you know. Again, thanks to everyone for all the advice and points of views. It helped me so much. Have a good day or night. Edit. My friend's doing a lot better and plans to talk to her husband soon. I've also shown her my post since I felt like she had a right to know.
I thought that was going to say penis. I've also shown her my penis, just to make sure that she's not interested.
She had a right to see my penis. She said she liked it. While some comments made her quite upset, she knows she overreacted. My friend's emotions are always intense, but she tries her best to keep them under control. She's seen people talk about the red flags in her husband, but isn't sure what to do. She told me she'll decide based on what he does when they talk about it. I'll support her no matter what she decides. Even if he rubs me the wrong way and I have my own opinion on what she would do, it's up to her. She's an amazing person. I just want to see her happy. So I know that was mega, but what the fuck, guys? I mean, honestly. So...
I'm so glad this segment was sponsored by Oatmeal and Raisin Cookies.
God damn it. Hey, give me that. Oh, thanks.
I'm sorry, were you expecting more resistance?
Resistance is futile, Jeremy. You know that. So am I the arsehole, says he, for wearing a wedding dress to a wedding? What do you think, Jeremy? Speaking on behalf of literally everyone in the chat.
As always, I will speak on behalf of the people who declare they are not the arsehole.
It is decided. Fucking outrageous, Alex. You have a whole plate of your own cookies, but have stolen Jez's twice. I can't believe you noticed the first one.
Twice? I didn't notice the first time.
No, shut up.
Oh, was it when you... Oh, for dipping?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to finish that. It's fine.
It's also my... You know, it's a clearer line to it.
Yeah. You just knew that that I didn't want the triple Belgian chocolate cookies, because nobody wants the triple Belgian chocolate cookies. We should just throw them away. That's what I think.
I was just going to... I don't know how the chat was during all that, obviously, because I was reading that bit, but... Traitor amongst them. Yeah, he checked. Listen, that's it. He said one thing. No, I never said that. I once went to a wedding and accidentally chose a grey check suit that was almost the same as the groom's party. But it did help organise stuff as penance. Well, that seems reasonable.
I once went to a party where I was like told that it was totally fine to wear the same as the groom's party, even though I wasn't part of the groom's party. Whatever, man.
This is just such an outrageous thing. It's just like, I don't know how the groom here thinks I'm going to get away with this. He's like, no. Stay in your corpse bride outfit. Plus, it's just so dramatically not really wedding-y, right? It's just a bit kind of like outrageous and Tim Burton-y.
Yeah.
It's a costume party.
I mean, was the bride like in blueface as well, or what?
You know, maybe the bride was dressed as Big Bird and the groom was dressed as, I don't know, the Count. I don't know why they've got this Sesame Street theme going. How many ways have I fucked up? One. And so forth.
Well, I think we've thoroughly debated and cookied and arseholed, and we've done many things.
We have.
We promised things.
There have been many things. You can't argue how many things there are. I know you're not that fussed about...
Yeah, I couldn't give a fuck.
Shall I just see if there's anyone...
Do it. Yeah, see if there's anybody on. Or if anybody else has got a suggestion for a raid, by all means put it in the chat, but I largely am of the opinion that raids are a waste of everyone's time. So, we can do one or not do one.
Yeah, there's no one here that I am... rushing to go to. But if you have raid my guy, what your guy that does play Slay the Spire,
Sure.
we'll raid him.
There we go. Thank you for putting that in the chat. We may now copy and paste it. And then we will go and see Creator. Okay, it really bothers me that they spelled Creator differently twice.
I think it's crater, like, a big hole that a meteor.
Creator. Got you. Yes, I can't read.
Yeah, this guy plays Slay the Spire, so it's not like what we're doing, but I have had to endure watching this guy when I go to bed, where the other watching...
Where the sleep happens.
No, it doesn't happen because I'm watching Slay the Spire. If you like Slay the Spire, this guy's really very cool.
No idea what Slay the Spire
It's a
is.
little kind of card game, computer game thing, basically.
So basically, is it just some guy going to churches and knocking the fucking top off?
That's what he does.
Doesn't sound very interesting. Like, think of all the builders that'll be necessary.
Well,
Good job we didn't put them in the sea, eh?
you know all those Ordnance Survey maps that say, church without spire on them, like that? That was him. He's done them all, basically. They have to keep going around updating Ordnance Survey maps. Very strange Ordnance Survey joke. Anyway,
If you love an Ordnance Survey map, though, so I will allow it.
there's a game called Slay the Spire. It's like a card game thing. You get more cards, so you're deck building your deck and basically fighting. You're advancing up the spire to the bad guy at the end, and you're going various ways. And it looks, actually, I thought it was a load of shit, but it looks quite a lot of fun. So I've climbed down on that one. Climbed down the spire. So we'll go and see. It is a roguelike. Yeah.
Those certainly were words.
Yes. We'll go to this guy, but Dom, we can probably go to those other guys if another time they're on.
Yes.
Just remember and shout them out.
Apart from the person talking about politics, we don't do that shit. So the other guy,
angrily about politics. That's how we all feel about politics.
That's just talking about politics. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us here tonight from the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham. You have been watching Dadiators.